Hello everyone, welcome to my channel or welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Caterina or Kat and this is Infinite Wellness Within. In today's Pick a Card reading, we are looking at what is in store for you in 2026. So this is going to be your big 2026 reading. So we're going to look at the 4 quarters of the year for each group. And we'll try to get, we are going to get kind of a broader idea of what's going to be going on for you. And then I'll try to get some specific details for you regarding each quarter. So this is definitely going to be a longer reading than usual. So make sure that you are comfy and you're ready for a longer reading. And you can always come back and watch, one quarter or watch the first 6 months and then come back later if you prefer to do that. So once you choose your card, you can find the timestamps in the description box below, which will take you to your reading. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is also linked below. But please always remember that is the only way to book any of my services with me. So if anyone reaches out to you, just know that is not me. Okay, so today I have the Wheel of Fortune from 3 different decks, and this is how you'll choose your group. And I chose the Wheel of Fortune because this is number 10 in the tarot. And when you add 2026, so 2 plus 2 plus 6, obviously you get number 10. So I thought this would be a good way for you to choose your groups. So let me go through each card. For group number 1, you have the Wheel of Fortune from the Tarot of Mystical Moments, and you also have the Mookaite heart. All right, group number 2, you have the Wheel of Fortune from the Bee Tarot, and you also have the Carnelian. Group number 3, you have the Wheel. You have the Wheel of Fortune from the tarot deck When Women Had Wings, and you also have the Ocean Jasper heart. All right, please take your time choosing your card or cards. And if you need to pause the video, that's perfectly fine. If you're drawn to more than one card, that's also perfectly fine. And I also want to let you know that if you're ever interested in the decks that I'm using in any of my readings, they're always listed in the description box below. All right, I'll see you in your readings. Hello, group number 1. You have the Mookaite heart, and this is your Wheel of Fortune from the Tarot of Mystical Moments. Something that is catching my eye with this particular Wheel of Fortune is that there is a clock here, and also the heart is very prominent. So divine timing might be something that will happen for you in the year 2026. So just keep that in mind. Obviously, we are going to look into the details of your year 2026, but I did want to point that out to you. So I'm going to put this card back in the deck, and we're going to start with your oracle cards. And what I'm going to do for your reading is look at the 4 quarters of 2026, and each quarter is going to be pretty short. Otherwise, this reading would be way too long. So this will kind of be just like the major themes for each quarter. And then, we'll probably get some, smaller details as well. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, Spirit, what can you tell us for group number 1 for the first quarter of 2026? Thank you. Can you give us one more card, please? All right, let's see what you have. Okay, so you have Father God with Radical Truth, and the Father God card, this is actually the Hierophant in the regular tarot deck. So I feel like a major theme that could be happening for you in the first quarter is things becoming structured, learning the rules of something, allowing things to come together. You could be gaining some sort of knowledge, or some of you I'm hearing could be getting a new job and joining a company that's bigger than the company that you're currently at now. If you have a business, so if you run your own business, there could be a lot of expansion for your business. But I'm feeling like things are going to start to come together regarding something in your life. For some of you, this could be marriage. This could be finding a romantic partner that you really connect with. So yeah, just kind of some general overview there. Let's see what else we have. Interesting. Okay, so you have the unknown. Enigma number 44. Now, the first thing that's catching my attention is you have number 43 and the number 44 here. So again, there's a theme of something coming together, something progressing for you. And I feel like it's progressing in a positive way, because even though this is the unknown, I feel like it was previously unknown, but now you're coming into something being more structured than it was before. And especially how you have these people here kind of pouring sand on the person's face here, and it's going into this visual that we have here. So it seems like some things are mysteriously coming together for you. With number 44, you might be seeing signs, synchronicities, things like that. But yeah, I feel like if you've been waiting for something, the first quarter could be when you start to see things come together. All right, what can you tell us for group number 1? And I'm just going to take one card from this deck. So you have New Moon in Pisces, attuned to the divine. Okay, so this is interesting because you have the unknown card here. So that is giving me a little bit of an energy that there's some things in the first quarter of 2026 for you that Spirit is not going to tell you, because you're supposed to figure it out on your own, or there could be some happy surprises that happen for you in 2026, especially the first quarter. Now with attuned to the divine, I feel like this is Spirit's way of telling you to tap into your intuition, really listen to those signs and pay attention to the synchronicities. Now I'm seeing some of you wanting to make some changes in your life, and you're not sure which direction you want to go, but I'm seeing you going to certain places to see, okay, how does this feel? What do I think about this? So that could be, maybe there's an employer that you hope to work for. And so what I'm seeing in my mind's eye is you driving to the business location. If you can walk around inside, or you can just kind of sit in the parking lot or just drive around the building and try to feel the energy. If you want to move somewhere, actually traveling to that location and see how it feels there. So those are just kind of some examples of what I'm feeling with this card. What else can you tell us for group number 1, please? This card is drawing my attention. And I'm also going to get your tea leaf card at the same time. Oh, well, there it is. I didn't even have to ask. So this card's really excited. So let's go ahead and take a look at this one first. Okay, no wonder it jumped out like that. It's harp and great happiness. Do you see what I'm saying? What did I say here? I don't remember my exact words, but like a happy surprise, I think is what I said. And that's what I'm getting here. Something is going to make you jump for joy, the same way this card jumped out of the deck. If you weren't actually watching this reading, if you're just listening to it, you might want to rewind a little bit and see how this card jumped out, because I feel like you're literally going to be jumping for joy regarding something, especially because you have the heart for your crystal. So yeah, it's something that's very much attached to your heart. So let's see what this card is here. Okay, so you have Capricorn, disciplined, tenacious, and resilient. So, okay, there's a couple things going on. Some of you, this could absolutely have something to do with work. And I'm also getting that building something, the same thing I was getting with your Father God over here, where things are falling into place. The fact that you've been very disciplined, you've been very focused, even though you didn't exactly know how things were going to work out, or there may have been a time with this card here with the unknown, maybe you didn't know if it was going to work out at all, right? But especially with Capricorn, things are coming together, and Spirit is also saying, There could be some interesting solutions to a problem or some interesting resolutions that happen for you, or it could be interesting the way that things come together. Spirit says, don't give up. Okay, don't give up on this. What is in your heart, keep following your heart, and things are going to come together for you. All right, so now we're going to get into your tarot cards. What else can you tell us for group number 1, quarter number 1, please? What are the most important things? Okay, let's put these here. Strength. Okay, now, the first thing that, well, I kind of heard both of these things simultaneously. The first thing that I heard is don't give up. Things are coming together for you. And again, I'm going to repeat myself again, there could be an unlikely, unexpected resolution or an unexpected way that things come together. The other thing that I'm getting from this card is that whatever it is that you're trying to build, whatever it is that you're trying to create in your life, it's gathering strength, or it's gaining strength. It's gaining momentum in the first quarter of 2026. Oh my gosh! Okay. If you have any doubts about your happiness, about things coming together in the first quarter, you have the 10 of Cups here, which quite literally means great happiness, which is what you have right here. You have the rainbow here. So I feel like you're getting your happy ending with something because of the pot at the end of the rainbow. Something is working out possibly greater than what you had initially imagined. And it just seems like there's something unique about your situation. There's something unique about just the way things happen. So let's say, for instance, if you are looking for a new job, you could just happen to stumble upon the perfect job at the perfect time. Maybe you go out one day, maybe you're out with friends, and you just happen to meet somebody when you're out who works at this company, and they just happen to be hiring somebody. And then you exchange information, and one thing leads to another, and then you start working there. It could be also, you know, with the 10 of Cups here, maybe you're looking for your perfect partner, your life partner. And same thing. You happen to go out with your friends one night, and you happen to meet somebody while you're out, and it turns out that you're this perfect, you know, you have this perfect partnership that's starting to bloom and blossom in the first quarter. So just a couple examples, you know, obviously this is a general reading, so you can kind of, you know, whatever your situation is, you can kind of see how it's going to flow a little bit for you. All right, so you have the 4 of Wands. Again, this is building something. Remember, there's definitely a theme for the first quarter where you're building something, and here you can see how strong this is and how things are coming together. And I feel with the birds here, you're not the only one celebrating this. So friends, family could be celebrating with you. There's a lot of longevity with whatever this is that's happening for you in the first quarter. And it's also very protected. All right, so you have the 6 of Wands. This is another card going along with the same theme. So this is you looking for something. This is you being divinely guided towards something. And this is you finding exactly what you need to sustain your happiness, to elevate your happiness, to bring you a sense of balance, a sense of structure. Some of you could be getting a higher perspective on things and figuring things out, especially with the Enigma and the Unknown card here. So if anything is up in the air, if you're not sure what's going to happen with something, Spirit is assuring you that things are going to work out in your favor. Don't give up, keep going, and really tap into your intuition. Okay, here's your Wheel of Fortune card. Isn't that amazing? So yeah, I definitely feel like divine timing is important for you in the first quarter. Synchronicities, I'm seeing like chance meetings with people, accidentally being in the right place at the right time. And what I mean by that is, let's say you have plans to do this over here, you know, you have plans with friends here, and then someone has to cancel for one reason or another. So then you go over here and you do this. And that's when you happen to meet somebody or something clicks into place for you. All right, so you have the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, this is absolutely something that you desire in your heart. This is something that you've been waiting for a long time. And this is something that's going to bring you a sense of fulfillment. And some of you, this could be happening at the time when you were getting very frustrated about to give up on the entire situation. But something unexpected is happening because it looks like this tea kettle is being poured from the tree. And so, again, there's something kind of that could be falling in your lap. Something unexpected. So that's what I have for you for the first quarter. What I'm going to do is clear these cards, and then we'll go into your second quarter. All right, group number 1. We are going to start looking at the second quarter of 2026. Spirit, what can you tell us? Thank you. I feel like it's these two cards. So you have Creature of Air and Speed, number 34. So the creature in this deck, this actually corresponds to the Knight. So the Knight of Swords. So I feel like you have a plan of action in the second quarter and you're implementing that plan of action. I feel like you've received clarity regarding something. And I feel like you're very, very excited to get moving with something to some of you are creating something. Some of you have a really, really good idea for something. I feel some of you, I'm seeing writing. So some of you could be writers or working on a paper or something like that. And you're getting like this flash of inspiration. And then it's like, get out of my way because I'm going to be typing up this paper or typing up my novel, my, whatever it is. I'm hearing documentary for some of you. So some of you could be in filmmaking. Obviously not everybody, but just some examples you can kind of think about what's going on with your own situation, but there's definitely clarity of thought. And I feel like it's not just one thought. It's kind of one thought after another, kind of like a positive domino effect where you get the first flash of insight and then from there something takes off. And again, I'm feeling some of you are going to be starting your own business. Some of you, whatever was going on before when you had a lack of clarity, a lack of direction, that is corrected in the second quarter. All right, so we have the Peacemaker, Persistent Patience, and number 14. So this corresponds to the Temperance card in the tarot deck, and everything is flowing very, very well for you in the second quarter. There is also something a little bit mysterious going on because of the pyramid here. So to me, that always brings a sense of, mystery and how things come together for you, how you're building something. But it's very, very positive, especially if you see the two vessels here, how everything's flowing very, very well. Okay, so another thing that I'm feeling with the Creature of Air and Speed, what Spirit is saying here, because here you have speed, but here you have persistent patience. So some of you may need to slow down a little bit. Some of you may get this energy here and you want to just, fly into this new idea. And Spirit is saying, slow down just a little bit. Like you don't have to stop. But make sure that you're checking, everything as you go along. Make sure that you're not missing certain signs or synchronicities that could be happening here. So if something isn't, like, let's say that you have this idea and you're like, yay, I'm ready to go. Don't get frustrated if you have a pause or, like I'm seeing somebody trying to drive somewhere. And then there's a backup and you're like, I just want to get home. I just want to get back home. Like I'm tired. I had a long day. And Spirit is saying, just take a deep breath and slow down because things are going to come together for you. And also certain delays were put on your path for things to come together perfectly. So that's another reason why you want to be patient with certain delays. What else can you tell us for group number 1? Look at this card just hanging out like that. All right, so you have Full Moon in Scorpio and Breathe Through the Tension. Okay, so I feel like emotions might be a little bit strong in the second quarter, and I feel it could have something to do with this right here, where you're ready to get something done, but you may have this situation that's coming up into your life. Divine timing. Remember we were talking about that? Twice it came up in quarter number 1. Well, it came up when I was kind of giving you the intro of the reading, and then obviously your Wheel of Fortune came up again, which has the clock on it, the stopwatch. So breathe through any tension. This is exactly what I was just talking about. Don't get upset by any delays. Delays are temporary, so just keep that in mind. What can you tell us for group number 1? All right, and we're also going to get your tea leaf cards. What is the most important thing that group number 1 knows for quarter number 2? Okay, you have 3, but we're just going to take 1 because I don't want this to be too long, so I took the top one. So let's see what you have. All right, Broom, new home, new attitude. All right. So for some of you, this is literal, where you're literally moving. Some of you, there could be something with a move or a new home where you just want to get there, but something's put on hold. So maybe let's say that you found, like the perfect home, and then there was some sort of delay with paperwork or something like that. And then by someone's mistake that wasn't your own, this perfect home that you found, goes to someone else, and you're just devastated, right? Breathe through the tension. Like you want to literally scream at somebody. But you're like, nope, it's okay. I'm just gonna breathe. And then what happens is you have this patience, you keep looking, and something happens where just in this really beautiful, amazing way, you find an even better home. Or it could even be, new home. This doesn't have to necessarily mean home, because there's a building here. This could be an office space. If you have your own business or something like that, it could be a new job where maybe the first job that you really wanted went to someone else, but then you actually find your dream job. Okay, so I feel this is really important with breathe through emotions, because if something isn't quite like, I just feel like something might be put on pause, but it actually turns out to your benefit. Also, look right here at this pyramid. This pyramid really stood out to me when I first pulled this card, and it looks to me very similar to this building here. So do you see what I'm saying? How there's 2 structures, buildings, however you want to term it, right? But they're different. So yeah, just something about that was really standing out. And then the broom is making me think of patience and not getting really upset. So kind of breathing through that tension is kind of sweeping away the tension. All right, so you have South Node, past lives, natural gifts, karmic challenges. Okay, so I feel the karmic challenges definitely has something to do with wanting to speed things up, but needing patience. And past lives, I feel that for the second quarter, some of you could have a connection. Remember I said something about an unexpected meeting or something like that could happen in the first quarter. So that could have something to do with a past life connection, that you have somebody that's spilling over into the second quarter. It could be that you're going to meet people who are in your soul tribe who are going to kind of help you along. And the natural gifts, I feel like you could be doing something in the second quarter where you are pursuing a natural gift that you have, a natural talent. If any of you are thinking about starting your own business or starting a side hustle or something like that, the second quarter could be a perfect time for you to start that. You may also have some communication difficulties with certain people in your life. So this could be romantic partner, this could be family, friends, work related, maybe even communication difficulties with yourself, like not being able to make a decision on something. And what I'm feeling with that is that you need to have patience. Don't say something that you would regret. And don't, kind of blow a situation up when it doesn't need to be, blown up into something that can get out of control. So just breathe through any tension that you may have with others, because I feel with new attitude, this is fixable if you do have a disagreement with somebody in your life. What else can you tell us? Thank you. For group number 1, quarter number 2. Sorry, all these numbers, I'm like, I have to really think about where I'm at in the reading. Okay, so you have, oh my gosh, you have the Temperance card. This is amazing. This is the Temperance card right here. A lot of synchronicities happening here. So I feel that, let me look at this card, because I feel like I'm getting a sense of protection. I'm feeling like you are ready for the changes that are coming into your life. There's something that's going to be happening for you in the second quarter that's going to last a very long time. It's like you get confirmation or something. There's a transformation that is continuing for you in the second quarter. If you feel like you're not ready for this transformation, Spirit says you absolutely are. I'm feeling like a veil is being lifted. Like if you were on the fence, should I do this? Should I not do this? I feel like there's going to be a very significant sign pointing you in one direction or the other regarding some sort of very significant transformation. You have the dragonflies here. You have new home, new attitude. So it's kind of out with the old, in with the new in the second quarter. Okay, so here you have the Emperor. So again, you're building something. You have a plan for something, and it's going to bring you a lot of success. It's going to make you feel like you are in control of your life, that you made the right decisions in moving forward with something in the second quarter. And I feel that there's some sort of strategy. So making very strategic moves, using your intellect and your intuition are going to be very, very important regarding this. Oh yeah, that's why you have the Temperance card twice. Intuition and intellect. So don't overuse, well, I mean, your intuition's always going to guide you, but whatever your situation is, it does require some sort of intellect. So don't overuse your intellect. Make sure that you allow your intuition in as well. All right, the Hermit card. Things are coming together for you. So what was once in the dark is now coming to light, especially with the Knight of Swords here. You're gathering information. You're getting information that you are seeking. Things are starting to make sense. Once again, you're very, very protected. Things are getting closer. Like I'm seeing like, whereas before something was kind of foggy and fuzzy, now you have like a telescope and things that haven't completely formed yet. You can look in that telescope and you can see the path ahead very, very clearly. I feel some of you could be getting some sort of communication from someone. So this could be regarding a new home, a new job, something to do with a loved one who is far away, who may be coming back to where you are. So you have the Two of Cups. So once again, this is the third card that is showing that things are going very, very well for you. Things are balancing out for you. And whatever these new things are that are coming into your life, they're very, very welcomed. They warm your heart. They make you very, very happy. And it's just a perfect pairing. Like I said, this is the third card. This is the first one, the second one here, and then the Two of Cups, showing that things are working out in your favor. The Three of Wands, yes, yes, yes. What you've been waiting for is now at your doorstep. Absolutely I can't talk. I'm looking at this card and trying to finish what I'm saying here. Things are absolutely coming towards you. And I feel you just need to open that door. You need to step through that door. You need to breathe through the tension of waiting for this, because I'm hearing that the wait is going to be worth it. All right, the Two of Swords. Okay, so with the Two of Swords, what's happening here is there's some sort of indecision, right? Trying to figure something out. This is exactly why you need to listen to your intuition and your intellect. So there's something about listening to your intuition and listening to your heart about a direction that you're going in the second quarter. And then whatever this is that you have going on here, it does require you to be very strategic about how you move forward. And that also involves how you want to go at a moderate pace. You don't want to just speed through everything just because you want to get to the end result, which is seeing things come to fruition in the Three of Wands. So definitely if there comes a time when you're a little bit confused about something, especially with the Two of Swords and the Hermit, it's okay to slow down, stop for a minute, contemplate things, because what is meant for you will not pass you by. Remember, you have past lives, natural gifts, and karmic challenges. South Node. You're still going to get there. But there could be certain things that you need to work through on your way. All right, so that is quarter number 2. I will be right back for your quarter number 3. All right, quarter number 3 of 2026. Thank you. For group number 1, please. All right, Altar of Fire, good juju, number 22. Your good vibes just keep continuing on right throughout 2026. This is amazing. The first thing that's catching my attention is number 22. So again, I feel that this is a very powerful year for you. Definitely quarter number 3 is going to be a powerful time for you. Altar of Fire in this deck, this corresponds to the Ace of Wands. So definitely there's a lot of energy. Whatever is going on for you, you're very, very passionate about it. There's good vibes. Things are coming together. I feel like there's progress. Isn't this interesting how you have 3 pyramids here? So this one's little, this one's middle, and this one's bigger. So I feel like this could be talking about the first thing that we were talking about in quarter number 1, how you're building something, something's gaining strength. And I feel that it continues on through quarter number 3. At least that's how I feel right now. We'll see when we look at your other cards. But I feel like what's happening in quarter number 3 compared to quarter number 1, in quarter number 1, it's kind of like you had this idea. You said, I want to make this happen. And I feel like you started making an action plan. And by the time you get to quarter number 3, there's something tangible, something that you're holding in your hand here, because you see there's a hand holding this here. But there's more to go, because if you look up here, I feel this is, you know, what is starting to take shape now. This is what you've already, you know, how far you've already come. But there's more to go. Like, this isn't the end for you. It's something that continues on. Oh my gosh, you have the Griot Bliss and number 19. So this is the Sun card in the tarot deck. I mean, I feel like you're sitting here, you're looking at this here, what you've created, and you're so happy. Look at the sunflowers. Isn't this interesting? So the sunflowers have sprouted and now they're in full bloom. Exactly what I was saying with your Ace of Wands here. And I feel with the Ace, it's like, because remember I said there's more to come, this up here. So I feel like you're looking at how much you have accomplished so far. And you're like, okay, I've come this far. I've been successful with this here. What's next? And I feel like that's exactly what's happening for you. Some of you could be finding out that you or your partner are pregnant or having a baby. Some of you will be adopting a child, or this could even be showing that you will have a fur baby coming into your life. So that's really exciting. But yeah, there's a lot of excitement coming in for you. What else can you tell us? Okay, this card. Yeah. Last quarter moon in Sagittarius, practice gratitude. I feel that's exactly what you're doing right here. So I feel in the third quarter, you're going to be exactly where you wanted to be, possibly with even more than you expected. Because remember, there's that surprising element in quarter number 1, and that doesn't mean that that is necessarily connected to quarter number 3, but in your case, I feel like it is. So yeah, practice gratitude. I feel like this isn't necessarily spirit saying, remember to practice gratitude. I feel like this is you actually practicing gratitude. There's something about, I just heard finding the light at the end of the tunnel. So it's definitely something that you've been waiting for a very long time. But there's a sense of comfort, a sense of feeling at peace, feeling at home, feeling whole. Yeah, it's just really amazing, really amazing. Some of you, when I talk about giving birth, that could be giving birth to like a business or seeing the fruits of your labor from a move that you made, anything like that. What else can you tell us? I feel like this, okay, you have two. These two want to come out, so I'll take them. And then your tea leaf. What else can you tell us for group number 2? Ooh, that one jumped. We're going to take it right there. Okay, so let's look at your tea leaf. Oh my gosh, you have the victory in some endeavor. This is amazing. So I just get the feeling that something is growing, something is blossoming. So absolutely, some of you are going to have a new romantic relationship that's blossoming for you. Others of you, it's going to, and I mean, some of you could have all of these things. Others of you, it's going to be your hard work is paying off, especially when you have the Capricorn, I believe in quarter number 1, because I'm seeing the sprouts here and the flowers blooming. Very similar to the sunflowers here. All right, let's see what else you have. Moon void, of course, disconnect, withdraw, and reception. So I feel that there could be something going on with this card regarding you're doing so well here that you don't want anything to compromise your peace, your happiness. Remember I said with this gratitude card that everything feels at home. There's so much peace and comfort and things like that. So I feel with this card, anything that doesn't align with this is going to go right out of your life because you're not going to put up with anything that's trying to disrupt your peace. Okay, so you have North Node Destiny Purpose Activation. Exactly. Do you see why the moon void, of course, you will withdraw from anything that kind of distracts you from your destiny or purpose, from activating this new course of action or this expansion that you're going to be going on here. And you're going to disconnect from anything that takes away from your happiness, I'm telling you, because you have a purpose, and this is it right here. There's definitely something going on with you accomplishing something in 2026 that you were destined to accomplish, something that I feel you could possibly be carrying with you from a past life. Like maybe you didn't get to complete something in a past life, so you're going to complete it in this life, something like that. So whatever it is, it's very exciting. What else can you tell us for group number 1, quarter number 3, please? All right. Some of you, this is family. Some of you could be distracted by family members who are trying to veer you off course, especially if you have arguments or anything like that. Just don't get caught up in any drama. Okay. You have the Wheel of Fortune card again. So especially with the destiny in the Wheel of Fortune, there's definitely something going on for you so far throughout the majority of 2026. And it's interesting, this particular Wheel of Fortune card, because you have all of the wheels kind of going together at the perfect time, everything aligning in perfect unison to sync up and allow things to come to fruition for you at the perfect time. Now, this is going to be something that you absolutely celebrate. I mean, look at the dress that she's wearing. It looks like this amazing ball gown. Some of you could have a major celebration, some sort of accomplishment in the third quarter of 2026. Now, let me give you kind of the energy that I'm feeling with this accomplishment and this victory here, and also the Page of Wands here. So this could be literal for some of you. Others of you just kind of think of this metaphorically with your situation. Some of you could be graduating from like university. Some of you could be graduating. I'm seeing med school for some of you. And so what are you going to do? You're going to celebrate, right? Because that is a major accomplishment. No matter what you're graduating with, it's a huge accomplishment. So you're going to celebrate. And then what are you going to do? Then you have the Page of Wands, which then you're going to go to an internship, or you're going to go get a job. You're going to get your dream job. You're going to start your career. And so I'm seeing something like that. So you could have a business and you had a very successful year, like you hit your goals for the third quarter. And so now what are you going to do? You're planning to expand your business. Okay, so just a couple examples for kind of the energy that I'm feeling. The Star card. Okay, there's something major going on for you in 2026. Your dreams are coming true. Whatever that is, some of you are finding the perfect home. Some of you are starting a family. Some of you are seeing your business grow. Some of you are stepping into your dream career. Some of you are finding your soul tribe. Whatever it is growing, because this house here is actually on a flower. If you can see, there's the stem here, and then this is the flower in bloom kind of around this building here. Spirit says that you're in control of your destiny. You are in control of your success. And I mean, oh my gosh, you're going to be so happy and so grateful for the way everything plays out for you. Yeah, look, you have the Fool card. I'm telling you, there's a new beginning for you in the third quarter of 2026. But it's kind of like, in a way, it's a planned new beginning for some of you, kind of like, you know, graduating school and then getting a job, expanding your business. And for others of you, it's kind of a flash of insight where you say, oh my gosh, I know what I could do with this previous success that I've had. You know, in the third quarter of 2026, I experienced all this success here. And with the Fool card, you're kind of saying, what am I going to do with it? And then you have this flash of inspiration. And it's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to go do this. So for some of you, it's like I said, planned. And others of you, it's kind of like, I'm just going to take a leap of faith and go do this. I mean, either way, it's a leap of faith, but some of you, the leap of faith is a little bit more extreme than others. But the important thing is that you're all following your destiny with this Fool card. You're all following your purpose. You're activating something so important in your life, and it's connected to your heart chakra. Absolutely connected to your heart chakra. So we have the Four of Swords. Okay, so this particular Four of Swords, I'm getting a little bit of a different energy. What I'm feeling here is that, I think the reason why is because how these two cards connect here. So you have the Fool card here, and then here the Four of Swords. This person looks like they're daydreaming, but they're also tapped into their intuition because this person is laying on the moon, which is an intuition energy, right? Listening to your intuition, following your intuition, which is exactly what you're doing with the Fool card. So that's what you're doing. Oh my gosh, I am getting this so strongly. There is someone who passed on to the other side who's going to help guide you. You're going to be getting very significant signs from a loved one who is on the other side. It could literally be feathers. I'm hearing it could be coins for some of you. It could be numbers for others of you, especially with number 22 here. I feel number 19 is important for some of you. All right, so the Nine of Wands. So okay. The Nine of Wands. This is connected to someone who has passed over. Give me just a second. I need to tap into this energy. Okay, well, I'm getting a message from someone who passed over. This person is okay where they are, and they want to see you successful. They want to see you accomplish everything that you set out to accomplish. And I'm hearing that they're one of your guides who's going to help you accomplish, especially the second phase of something or this new beginning. I feel another thing that's coming through with this Nine of Wands is that there could be something that is a little bit stressful about starting this new project or this new beginning here. But Spirit is saying, look, don't give up, because it's just part of the learning process. You're still going to be growing. You're still going to be accomplishing your dreams. So keep going forward. Don't give up. All right, let's look at your last card for this part. The Eight of Cups. Yeah, so this is kind of a continuation of what I was just saying. Oh, you know what it is too? It's also the Moon, void of course, disconnect, withdraw, and reception. Okay. Don't be afraid to withdraw from something that becomes too difficult. So as you start this new thing in the third quarter, if you're coming upon roadblocks, or if something just feels off, especially with people, don't be afraid to walk away from them. Because I'm feeling like there's something that could cause you a lot of stress, something that could potentially take away from your happiness and your gratitude up here. And it just feels like it's a person. So let's say if you start a new job that you thought was going to be the perfect new job and it's just not working out, Spirit says that could be a placeholder for you to step into something that is perfect for you. So yeah, don't be afraid to walk away. Don't be afraid to void course if something does not feel right. Okay. And you could be getting signs from a loved one who passed on regarding that situation. All right, so let's move on to the last quarter of 2026. All right, so let's go into your last quarter of 2026, October, November, and December. Thank you. Can we have one more card, please? All right. You have the Trickster, Ego and Excess, number 15. So this corresponds to the Devil card. So don't let anybody take away your happiness, first of all. There's also something here, don't be afraid of challenges. Don't be afraid to break out of the norm. I feel there's something, there could be some sort of sticky situation that you find yourself in the fourth quarter of 2026. But it's something that you can outsmart. I feel that you have the intellect and the intuition to outsmart any kind of tricky energy. And there's something about the spider webs. If you see there's a spider web here, and then there's a spider web connecting these two people to the Devil up here. But whatever it is that has a hold on you, it's literally like you could just swat it away. Like you might swat away a spider web. Like if you walk into a spider web, you could just kind of brush it off, right? That's the same energy here, because in a lot of the Devil cards, there's actually chains holding somebody to the Devil, but this is just a spider web. It's like, oh, this is easy. It's something you could just wipe your hands clean and just walk away from. So yeah, and also same thing if this is about a fear that you have about something, just, brush those fears aside and move on. Yeah, and this is exactly why. Here you have the Altar of Water, Love Overflowing in number 27. So the altars, remember, these are the aces. So this is the Ace of Cups. So yeah, if you have to walk away from something, it's like if you have an attachment to something, walking away from that attachment, it's like you walk away from it and you might be upset about it for a week or two. And then you're like, oh, you know what? I'm glad I walked away from that, because this is what you have in your life. And so remember, a couple times in your 2026, Spirit is saying, be aware of people, places, things, situations that could cause you some sort of angst or something. And for a lot of you, I feel it's a person. I definitely feel it's a person, friend, family, coworker, boss, someone that you hired for your own company, anything like that. It's a temporary situation. It's as temporary as you want it to be, because remember, all you got to do is brush it off and come back to your center, which is this right here, love overflowing. Anything, if you get rid of anything like this, it will be replaced with something like this. What else can you tell us? Oh, I feel like this is your card. Okay. New moon in Sagittarius, focus on the positive. Do you see what I'm saying? I feel like I've already talked about this card, because this is exactly what I was saying with the Trickster card and how this came in. Don't focus on your fears. Don't focus on negative people. This does not deserve your attention. This does. Okay, this card is grabbing my attention. And again, we're going to get your tea leaf. Okay, what is the most important thing? I feel like this card is important. So we're going to take it. It was really just standing out to me. Okay, so you have, oh my gosh, you have two here. Okay, so let's look at this first. Oh, you have career. So there could be something about your career going on in the third quarter. I'm sorry, the third quarter. Well, could be the third quarter too, because that was the slip that I said there in the fourth quarter. I feel like I'm seeing somebody moving into a new office and putting the plant there, putting the pen and ink here, and kind of like moving moving the desk to make sure it's in the perfect place, maybe putting it here, and well, I don't know about that, and then putting it here. So yeah, you could definitely be stepping into a new career, a new job, a new office. Some of you will be getting a promotion. Some of you will be getting a raise. And I feel, why does this have to do with the trickster energy? Some of you might have a weird situation where you were kind of tricked into a job. Like, let's say you get hired for a job and you think it's like your dream job, but then it ends up not being what you expected. But all you gotta do is brush that off. And then when you look for a new job, it ends up where you find exactly what you're looking for. Because I felt that kind of energy for you earlier. Or if you hire somebody for your job and they aren't who they said they were, right? I feel that really no damage would be done. You just got to brush it off and find someone new, which you will here. So if something tricky does happen, just remember that it's going to be, everything's going to come out on top. Like everything's going to be okay. Okay. So you have Vesta, Inner Spark, Sacrifice, and Devotion. Okay. Some of you, the Devil card could be talking about sacrifice. You have this inner spark. You have something that's in your heart, I feel, regarding your career, because you have the heart here and then career here, obviously. So you could be sacrificing a lot for your career in the fourth quarter, putting in a lot of time, a lot of hours, just being very, very dedicated to something. And I feel that if that's what's going on for you, I feel that's not going to last forever. I feel things are going to balance out where you do have a work-life balance, but this hard work is going to lead you to exactly where you want to be, exactly where you're supposed to be. All right. You also have Mercury, communication, correspondence, and expression. Yeah. There could be some tricky communications. There could be some trickiness that's going on there. But what Spirit says is that everything's going to work out. Any sort of communication errors, anything like that, something is going to be fixed because of these two cards right here. And so I feel, these two cards are kind of like the overview of everything that's going to happen for you in the fourth quarter. So I feel you're going to receive possibly some communication or correspondence regarding a career, regarding your career or a job or anything like that. And it's going to bring you great happiness, whatever this news is, this communication is that you receive. What else can you tell us for group number 2? Okay, thank you. Quarter number 4, please. Okay, you have, interesting. You have the Devil card again, and once again, they're lined up here. Well, actually, I guess the other one wasn't completely lined up. I think it was the Temperance card that wasn't completely lined up, but this is interesting. I feel that you need to stand up for yourself. Oh my gosh, and both Devil cards have the spider webs. Oh, interesting. Because to me, the spider web can indicate kind of like how things are woven together in unexpected ways. So once again, this is making me think that something that on the surface or when you first experience it, it may look like something negative is going on, but it could lead you to the overflowing here, the love overflowing. So yeah, just be careful with communication. Make sure that you have, like if you're signing any contracts or anything like that in the fourth quarter, make sure that you read everything 4, 5, 6 times. Make sure that you know exactly what you're getting into. But also focus on the positive, because I feel like there could be some really interesting twist of fate that's leading you to exactly where you're supposed to be. All right, so you have the Knight of Cups. Hold on a second. And the sacrifice that I felt, or that we saw over here, this could be the sacrifice, that you have to go through this tricky energy to kind of get you to where you want to go. So like, let's say if there's construction on the road and they have what is that called? A detour. Where you're like, ugh, this is a pain. But with that detour, you actually find something that you needed in your life, like on that detour. And if you hadn't taken that detour, you wouldn't have found that particular thing. So I feel it's kind of like a little detour is going to be annoying, but it's somehow going to get you to exactly where you're supposed to be, which is the Knight of Cups. Okay, so that was leading into the Knight of Cups. So any detours, any tricky energy that you have, you're very, very protected going through this. And it's just kind of like, it might be like a minute or two delay on your commute to getting to where you're going, metaphorically speaking. It's not going to be a huge delay. Is it going to be an annoyance? Yes, probably. But it's a sacrifice that Spirit is showing me that will get you to where you want to go. So you're not going to be missing out on anything. Nothing's going to pass you by. Just have patience as you go through that. Yeah, look here. Now you have the Queen of Pentacles. So do you see what I'm saying? The Queen of Pentacles is a success card. I'm hearing abundance. I'm hearing that you are sitting back and looking at this twist of fate here and seeing how that actually worked out in your favor. Where you're ending up, it's more stable, it's more productive, it's more reciprocal with what you are looking for, with what you have to offer. Wow, now you have the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, this could definitely have something to do with career. And there's movement forward with your career. I feel like you're moving up. You're planting things too. Look at that down here. I feel like you're planting a new crop. Some of you could be in like agriculture or something like that, or what's it called when you work with the trees and stuff? Viticulture. I'm hearing if you work in like the wine industry, but that's not what I was thinking of. Arborist. Yeah, some of you could be an arborist or know somebody who's an arborist or something like that. So you're definitely moving forward. There's definitely movement here, moving beyond obstacles. Your thoughts are becoming clearer. And you're back on the road here. You're back to where you want to go. You're pursuing something. Your hard work, your dedication, it's all going to pay off for you. Yeah, look at this is the Nine of Cups. This is a success card. So like I said, your hard work, your dedication, it's going to pay off for you. You're going to receive some sort of recognition. You're going to receive high acclaim with something. Some of you will be recognized for your hard work. So definitely you could be receiving a raise, a promotion, that job that you want. If any of you have your own business, I feel you're going to be very, very successful. Some of you could be going viral with the Nine of Cups. But yeah, there's like, I feel there's movement toward this recognition, this success here. And then, oh, interesting. So you have the Six of Pentacles again. So everything is coming into balance. Do you see the scales of justice here? I actually didn't see that the first time, but on the teacup here. I mean, I saw it, but I didn't like put two and two together. So yeah, so you could be signing a contract in the last quarter of 2026. I feel that someone's going to notice the hard work that you're putting into something here, and it's going to lead to the Six of Pentacles. So yeah, the Six of Pentacles here. There's balance. I feel like you're looking at what you wanted instead of what this was over here. Because it's interesting, you have two devil cards here, and then you have two people looking at each other over here. So if you, in the beginning of the last quarter of 2026, if you end up in a situation that is not what you expected, Spirit says, have no fear, focus on the positive, focus on this forward momentum, because by the end of the quarter, by the end of 2026, you're going to be in a situation that is exactly what you wanted. All right, so let me move these. I have one more card for you. Spirit, what is the most important thing? I feel like this is it here. All right, so this is your card that says keep on blooming. I love that. Like, I wasn't actually looking at the card. I like felt when it was ready. And you have a little bee here. Oh, you have a little bee here. So let's see what it says. You are not stagnant. The transformation is just happening within. So there's a huge transformation that's happening for you. And any time when things slow down, because remember, was it the second quarter when you wanted to speed things up and Spirit was like, no, slow down a little bit, have a moderate pace. So any slowdowns, any devil card energies that happen for you, it's not being stagnant. There's a transformation that's happening. Remember, divine timing plays a role in your 2026. So I hope this gave you some insight. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, group number 2. You have the Carnelian, and this is your Wheel of Fortune card from the B Tarot. So I'm going to put this back in the deck, and we're going to start with your oracle cards, and we're going to look at the 4 quarters of the year. So January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, and then October, November, and December. So let's go ahead and start with the first quarter. Spirit, what can you tell us for group number 2, please, for the first quarter of 2026? What can you tell us, please? Okay, thank you. And what else would you like to say, please? All right, and we're going to get just kind of like general themes for you, and then some, details in there, because I'm going to try to keep this reading, not too long. So it's definitely going to be a little bit longer than normal, but just so you know. Okay, so we have the Judge, Poetic Justice, and number 11. Okay, so this is the Justice card in the tarot deck, or it corresponds to the Justice card in the tarot deck. I feel there's some sort of balance coming into your life in the first quarter of 2026. I feel like certain things could be exiting your life. Certain things that were weighing you down are going to be lifted, and something is being righted. So if you have anything going on where there was an injustice in your life, then that is going to be turned around, and you will be receiving justice for things. Some of you could be going through a breakup at the beginning of 2026. Some of you could be going through a divorce. Some of you on the opposite side could be getting married. Some of you could be finding a new job, a new career. So kind of like pretty broad themes with this first card, but definitely it seems like something is ending or something is falling out of your life to make room for something that is a much better fit. All right, then we have Altar of Fire, Good Juju, number 22. Okay, this is an amazing card, especially based on your first card and what I just said. So the altars in this deck correspond to the aces in the tarot deck. So this would be the Ace of Wands. So confirmation for what I just said, getting rid of any excess baggage, anything that was heavy, anything that was limiting your growth in your movement forward. And it's opening the door for the Ace of Wands, for new beginnings, for new growth, for you to look forward and for you to open your arms and allow this new positive energy to come into your life. Now, I feel this is very powerful because you have number 11 here and you have number 22 here. So something very, very powerful is happening. A very, very powerful shift is happening for you in the first quarter. What else can you tell us? I feel like this card wants to come out. So you have focus on the positive, new moon in Sagittarius. Yeah. Exactly, because there's so much positive that's going to be coming into your life. So if you're dealing with something very difficult over here, just know that this is temporary, that this is not going to last that long, because obviously the first quarter is 3 months. And within that 3 months, you're dealing with this, and then you're dealing with this new beginning here. So for some of you, this is very, very positive. Some of you maybe are just letting go of a sense of stagnancy or something like that, and you're signing a contract that's going to be very, very positive for you. And this is definitely a good new beginning. But I feel with focus on the positive, there is a little bit of letting go of something that you had some sort of attachment to with the Judge card. So some of you could be leaving a job that you really loved so that you can get a new job that's going to be even better, right? So just, kind of some different examples for you. All right, what else can you tell us for group number 2, quarter number 1? And I'm also going to grab your tea leaf card. What else can you tell us for group number 1? Oh, that one's sticking out. Okay. Group number 2. Did I say group number 1? I don't know. Okay, egg. I meant quarter number 1. I meant group number 2, quarter number 1. It's trying to say all these numbers. It gets me tongue-tied. Okay, egg. Remember I was talking about your new beginning? This is confirmation that you will have a new beginning in quarter number 1. Success assured with good plans and hard work. That's exactly why you should focus on the positive, because you have a new beginning. And I feel that this new beginning is happening at the perfect time, especially with the egg. The egg will hatch at the perfect time. And that's exactly what's happening in your situation. So if something is coming to an end for you here, it's happening at the perfect time for you. All right, so we have waxing gibbous moon, nurturing, patience, and refinement. Yeah, definitely there's some sort of nurturing energy, because I feel like you're protecting the egg, you're nurturing the egg, you're preparing the egg for birth, right? So literally or figuratively, some of you could literally be becoming prepared to become a parent in the first quarter. So have patience with this process. Have patience with yourself. Something is being refined, and I feel that your situation is being refined because of these 2 cards right here. So like, let's say if you are in a bad marriage or a bad job, that part of your life is being refined because you're getting rid of something that shouldn't be there so that it can sparkle and be something that you really love and enjoy, which would be this new beginning here. What else can you tell us for group number 2? Let me take these out. Okay. And what else did you want to say, please? The first quarter of 2026. Okay. So let's look at these that flipped over in the deck. I feel like we should take them out this way. Okay. Wow, you have the 10 of Cups. So this is pretty amazing. This is showing that you have great abundance all around you. And I am feeling like there's something that you've been working toward that's working out in your favor. And it's like you can relax a little bit. I feel like I need to look at this card too. You have the 3 of Cups here. Wow, okay. So there's some sort of progress that you're making, because, you know, here I feel like you're relaxing, you're sitting in the chair here, you're enjoying your accomplishments. And so I feel in the first quarter what's happening is that this nurturing, right? Success is assured with good plans and hard work. I feel that you put in a lot of hard work towards something, and you have this new beginning here. And throughout the quarter, I feel that there's new people coming into your life. There's definitely some sort of change and transformation because these leaves are falling here. But I feel like you're coming together with people that you, that share like your same values, your same work ethic, if it has to do with work. It could be people in your soul tribe, whatever it is. Like, let's say if you own a business and you're looking to hire people for that business, I feel you're finding those right people. So there's people around you who are celebrating you and your celebrations. Everybody seems to be on the same page. There's a great reciprocal energy. Something that you were working on, you've made a lot of progress with. So I feel like the egg has hatched and you're celebrating that. Okay, so wow, now you have the 9 of Cups. This is amazing because this is showing that you've been incredibly successful. You've also been very, very busy with something. But what's so significant is you have all cup cards so far in your tarot cards. So what that tells me is that there's a great emotional happiness here. Something in your heart is taking shape, is taking form. You're nurturing something that is very close to your heart. So something is growing, a project that you have, a goal that you have, starting a new career that you absolutely love. And, you know, it makes sense that this card says focus on the positive, because like I said, some of you are breaking away from something here. Some of you are turning your back on something that was no longer working for you. And Spirit wants you to know that this is temporary. This is very temporary, because look at how positive your other cards are. The Three of Pentacles, yeah, so things are coming together. Obviously, again, there's a lot of hard work, but there's also a lot of productivity happening. And I feel for some of you, you could be refining some sort of process, like with your career, with your work. So you could be learning something new, like toward the beginning or any time throughout the first quarter. But by the end of the first quarter, it's like you're kind of perfecting something. You're being recognized for your hard work. So let's say if you started a business and you put your open sign on the door and you opened your doors and you had one or two people walk in here or there. By the end of the first quarter, you're getting recognition. You may not be exactly where you want to be, but there's more recognition going on. Your sales are going up slowly, but surely going up. They're going to be better than they were at the beginning of the quarter. So that's just an example, to give you kind of an overview so you can kind of plug in your own situation there. So this is the barrow. So this is the Chariot card. So some of you are moving into some sort of new situation in the first quarter of 2022. 22. Why did I say 22? Because of the number right here. So 2022. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just went back 4 years. Number 22 can have some great significance for you. This could be something that some of you started. Maybe you had the idea in 2022. And now you're actually seeing things come together. So with this card, with the Chariot card, this is like you've come so far in such a short amount of time. Exactly what I said in the beginning with the Justice card. Some of you are picking up and moving. Yeah, I feel some of you are going through a breakup or something like that in the beginning. And I'm not saying that if you're in a good relationship that that's going to happen, because I feel you would already know right now when you're watching it that a relationship is coming to an end. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, some of you are moving into a new home, a new office, a new job, something like that. And then we have the Eight of Swords. Yeah, so it's interesting that I started this saying that you could be walking away from something, breaking away from something, and then you have the Eight of Swords here, because this is walking away from something. This is leaving something behind. Now, the importance of this coming at the very end of your reading, this Eight of Swords, is that it's confirmation for what I said earlier. You're turning your back on something, which is exactly what the Eight of Swords means. But the other thing I said is that you very quickly seem to get over whatever this is and you move on and you're very happy and you're very successful and you've kind of landed in the perfect place. So just keep that in mind for quarter number 1. And now we're going to move on to quarter number 2. So I'm going to clear these cards and I'll be right back. All right, group number 2, let's go ahead and look at your second quarter of 2026. Okay, so let's see what you have here. Mother of Fire, Shine and Rise, number 26. So the mother equals the queen. So you have the Queen of Wands. Something that is very interesting to me is you have these 2 eggs here. So it's very interesting because I feel like you might have something new that's taking place for you in the second quarter. And whatever it is, we'll get more information, obviously. I feel it's something that you're greatly passionate about. I feel that it's something, so you have a lot of passion for this, and I feel like it could have been something that you needed to work through. Like you had to kind of toss ideas around. It could have taken a while to figure out how to get something started. And it's like, I feel like you're back to yourself, you're in your element, you're nurturing something, you're feeding something, because if you see here, this mother is feeding these 2 children down here, and then there's 2 more children down here. So there's something that I feel like you always wanted to do something, And now you have figured out how to implement a plan or something like that. You've worked through difficulties. Some of you may have literally given birth in the first quarter, or will be giving birth in the second quarter, because with the egg over here, it felt like the egg did hatch in the first quarter. So some of you could be new parents in the second quarter. So that is definitely something that could be happening. Obviously not for everybody, but it's a general reading. So I want to just tell you what I'm feeling here. But whatever this is that's in development here, you will love, love, love what it brings into your life. So then you have the Chiefess, strength tested, and it's number 8. So this is the strength card. And this is, a continuation of what I was saying over here, where something may have been on hold. You may have been waiting for something for some time, and you had to work through problems. You had to figure things out. Maybe there was a detour in your life where you had to wait for an extended period of time before you could pursue something that you wanted to pursue. So some of you, maybe in the first quarter, maybe your children moved out of the house. Maybe you have grown adult children now, and now it's time for you to focus on you. And, being a parent definitely could test your strength, right? And you need a lot of patience for that. So yeah, obviously not all of you, but that is another element that I'm feeling here. Now, whatever difficulties you went through, it made you stronger. I feel that you learned some very difficult lessons, or you may learn some difficult lessons in the second quarter of 2026. But it's going to help shape you. It's going to help form where you're going, and it's making you stronger. It's making your ideas stronger. It's making your passion for whatever's going on here stronger. And I feel you have a very important ally that comes into your life in the second quarter. So this could be a person, a place, a thing, or a situation that ends up getting you to where you want to go. Somehow it aids you somehow. It assists you somehow. Okay, what else can you tell us? I feel like this card is kind of hanging out. So let's take it. All right. Okay, first quarter moon in Cancer, push through any insecurity. I feel like remember in the first quarter how you were walking away from something? And I feel that you may have a sense of insecurity starting this year, starting something, because I feel like you're kind of doing something for yourself. Some of you are doing something on your own. And Spirit is saying, look at how strong you are. Look at your strength. And I don't know, I'm just feeling like your strength is very admirable. First of all, your strength to walk away from something that wasn't working for you, to recognize that and to gather literally your strength and walk away from something. But also the way that you're forming this idea over here, that also has strength. There's something that you are doing or will be doing in the second quarter that has a lot of value. So you have value. Things around you, things that are taking shape around you have value. So don't let your insecurity or your fears hold you back from what is waiting for you. What can you tell us for group number 2, please? I feel like this card. And again, we're going to grab your tea leaf. What else can you tell us for group number 1? Okay. So your tea leaf is tent, temporary situation. Exactly. I feel your insecurity is temporary. There's definitely something going on here about listening to your intuition and not your ego, because your ego is the thing that will tell you, oh, you're not good enough, or people won't like what you have to offer. Okay. That is a temporary situation. Feeling a sense of confusion as you're walking through a new beginning, as you're going into something new, that will dissipate. I'm getting such this sense of protection. I'm also getting a sense that some of you are afraid to come out of here. Some of you are trying to hide from something. And I'm not seeing why, because I'm seeing that you have like a natural talent, or you have some sort of charisma. Like, let's say if you have to give a public speech or something like that, just as an example, I'm seeing that you know what you're talking about. You're very passionate about what you're talking about. And so from what I'm seeing, I'm like, well, why would you be insecure? Maybe you just have stage fright, but it's like, there's no reason to be insecure. So just know that being uncomfortable with any situation in the second quarter, it's temporary, it's going to pass. Similarly to the way you worked through the issue in the first quarter of walking away from something. I mean, you took it like that. It was like at first you were upset about something, but then once you walked into the new thing, you were like, oh, I barely remember that now. Okay, so you have solstice, focus, transition, and amplification. Do you see what I'm saying? I feel like you're definitely going through a transition in the second quarter where you have some sort of insecurity about this new life that you're creating for yourself. I feel you may doubt your abilities to pull something off. You may doubt, well, what will other people think? Like, let's say if you have a talent or a product or something like that, if you're gonna, try to go out with that and present that, you may have this fear of, how will I be perceived? Or can I do this? Can I pull this off? Yes. Yes, you can. And yes, you will be perceived very, very positively. What else can you tell us? Thank you. For group number 2, thank you. Okay, no, we're just gonna, but I have to take this card. Okay. So let's look at the one that you can see here. So you have the Queen of Swords. This makes a lot of sense because push through any security. I feel that's exactly what's happening here with the Queen of Swords, especially because here you have the Queen of Wands. So there's something also that's picking up speed for you. That could be what the insecurity is. I feel something picks up speed and you may be like, whoa, wait a minute. This transition that I'm going through is going a little bit quicker, especially with amplification. I feel something is, I just feel it's picking up speed quicker than you thought it would. So you can handle this. You can definitely handle this. I feel you could be receiving some sort of communication, or you could be communicating to other people. Remember how I saw you giving a public speech? Some of you, not all of you. I mean, it was an example, but it came to my mind. Yeah, so if that's the case, have confidence because you know what you're talking about and people will look up to you. People will be interested in what you have to say, and you're in a good position. I feel also that there's this balance that you have, which is very admirable, where it's kind of like you have a sense of authority when you speak because you know what you're talking about, or at least you can fake it till you make it. But you're also very passionate and very nurturing about this particular subject. So yeah, just push through those insecurities because whatever's going on here, you are going to shine. All right, so we have the Keeper. Okay, so this is the Fool card. Yeah, so you may have some insecurities about starting something new. I feel in the second quarter, there's something like you could be taking a leap of faith. This could be something that you have great passion for some of you. So some of you could be starting a new business, a new job. Some of you could be getting a promotion and you're like, wait a minute, did I just get myself into a sticky situation? I don't know if I have what it takes. Some of you could be stepping into a leadership position at work. You're like, whoa, hold on a minute. Am I ready for this? Yes, just focus. Remember you have focus here. Focus on the positive. Focus on like what it is that you want to accomplish. And I feel there's something about this new beginning that could test your strength, but you're ready. Look at this card. Look at the Lion. You're ready for whatever challenges come up for you in the second quarter, especially with the Queen of Wands here. You're ready for the challenges. The Ten of Wands. Okay, so in the second quarter, there could be something that was weighing you down, something that was really, really heavy, that was or could prevent you from achieving something that you want to achieve. Like, I feel that you have this heavy burden that's going to be lifted. And this, again, this doesn't last that long. Like, you're at the end of this situation here. And I feel like this is fixed kind of in like the beginning to the middle of the second quarter. Wow. So here you have the Ace of Wands. So you definitely are, I feel you're starting something new in your life. Some of you are moving somewhere new. Some of you are starting like a new career. I definitely feel like you're taking a chance on something because I feel that you can't see the end. So it's kind of like, well, I hope this works out. And I feel that it's kind of a heavy burden for you as you go forward because you're carrying the weight of not knowing how it's going to work out. And I feel that's exactly why you have the Ten of Wands here and the insecurity here, because your feelings are all kind of all over the place. I feel you're very passionate about something. I feel like you know that you're on the right track with something, but at the same time, you have an insecurity where it's like, well, I know this is going to work out. And then the next minute you're like, well, I hope this works out. And then the next minute you're like, am I making the right decision? So it's kind of like a lot of emotions going on, but you're going to be okay. So here you have the Temperance card. Do you see that? How everything is working out in your favor? Look at the Two Cups here. Everything is in balance. You're finding exactly what you need. People, places, things, and situations are coming together. They're coming into your life at the perfect time. Everything is working out for you beautifully in the second quarter. So here you have the Queen of Cups. Wow. Okay, first of all, you have the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Cups here. There's a lot of emotional balance. I feel like you're coming into yourself in the second quarter. You're becoming the person that you are meant to be. You're definitely stronger. I feel that there's a lot of solo in your life, meaning that there could be a lot of introspection, making plans for yourself in the second quarter, doing things for yourself, following a passion that you have, listening to your intuition. And the outcome is that you're very, very happy. You're very, very proud of what you have created. And I feel like you're sitting back and you're enjoying the moment and you're glad that you took a risk. So that is what I'm seeing for your second quarter. So I'll be right back with your third quarter. All right, group number 2, let's look at your third quarter. What else do you want to say to group number 2 for their third quarter of 2026? Oh, okay, well, you have 3 cards. Obviously, you can see that here. I was only going to take 2, but let's go with it. I feel like, let's just take them in order, just like they were. Okay. So this is interesting. You have Mother of Air and Boundaries, and it's also number 35. So this is the Queen of Swords, and you have boundaries here. So I feel like you're setting boundaries in the third quarter for people, places, and things that don't align with where you are now. I feel like you've gone through a lot of growth in the first half of 2026. I feel in the third quarter of 2026, you're more in tune with who you are and what you want in life, also what you don't want in life. And I feel like you're nurturing things that are important to you in your life, and you're also not afraid to say no to things anymore. And I feel in the third quarter, you're not afraid to speak your mind, and you are in control of your life. You are the one who says what happens and what doesn't happen in your life. And yeah, I just feel like you have a strength that is unbreakable in the third quarter of 2026. I feel you've overcome some sort of hardship, and it made you stronger. Whatever that was, it made you stronger. Okay, so you have Father of Fire, Passion Ignited, number 26. So this is the King of Wands. And I feel like this is why Sorry, I'm just going to move these over because you do have an extra card. Well, actually, I guess we don't need to. Anyway, so I feel like this is why you have the boundaries, because I feel like you're very much focused on you in 2026. Now, you clearly have other things going on. Some of you may have children, but there's an internal focus on you and making yourself better and up-leveling your energy. And again, there's something about clearing away the clutter, clearing away things that don't align with who you are and who you're becoming and where you're going. Because if you see here, she has a broom here. So it's interesting that the Queen of Swords has a broom and not a sword, because you are ready to get rid of anything, to kind of shush it away, anything that doesn't align with where you're going. I feel that you're greatly passionate about transforming your life for the better in 2026. And I feel that in the third quarter, you get some sort of insight on how to continue to up-level yourself, maybe a skill that you have to better your life somehow. And then we have Creature of Earth, Take Charge, and it's number 39. I mean, this makes so much sense because I feel that's exactly what you are doing in 2026. And so the creatures in this deck align with the knights. So this is the Knight of Pentacles. Take charge. That's exactly what you're doing. You have set boundaries. You have solved problems, and you're seeing everything much, much clearer than you were before. I feel like you're getting insight. I feel like your intuition is on point, and you're moving in a direction that is going to bring you a great sense of stability and a great sense of structure. And you don't want anything to kind of hinder this growth that you're going through in 2026. What else can you tell us for group number 2, quarter number 3, please? It's interesting you have all these court cards. So the Queen of Swords, the King of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles. You're very, very focused on something. You're not afraid to ask for what you want. I feel this would be a great time to manifest what you want. I almost get a feeling like you're manifesting right here, and here you're taking action on those manifestations in the third quarter. Yeah, you have last quarter moon in Virgo and attend to the details. Isn't that kind of like what I was just saying? I really feel like you are tending to the details. You are making sure that everything is in alignment for where you want to go. You are working very, very, very hard towards something. Very hard in making a new life for yourself. Some of you are making a name for yourself. And there's no stopping you. And I feel like it's at a steady pace. You're going at a moderate pace. You're not going too fast. You're not going too slow. It's a very comfortable pace that you're going at. And it's perfect for you also because you're moving along, I would say moderate to a swift kind of pace, more moderate, but it's very comfortable for you. And so as you're doing that, you're able to see problems before they arise. You're able to tend to problems that do arise and problem solve and work through those quite swiftly. And and then it also allows you to tend to the other things like this child here. So like if this has something to do with work or a project or something like that, you have like a balance in your life where you can still tend to your hobbies, your friends, your family, things like that. What else can you tell us for group number 2? I feel like it's this one here. And let's get your tea leaf again. All right, what can you tell us for group number 2? Ooh, I feel like this one. All right, so you have Cat, a two-faced friend, and let's see what you have here. Transits, insight, movement, and change. Okay, this makes sense to me. So you have Cat, a two-faced friend. And once again, you're turning your back to something. Remember that very first card you had here, the Justice card? I don't remember, the Poetic Justice, I think is what it was. Your first Oracle card up here that corresponds to the Justice card. So you're turning your back on things, what you did in the very first quarter. And I feel in the third quarter, when it comes to people, places, things, and situations, you're very much in tune with those who are not in alignment with who you are now, who you're becoming, who you want to be, the energies you want around you. I feel like you would notice this almost right away, or like, I feel like you definitely, like, you're not closed off to people, but I feel that you definitely read people better than you did before. And I feel that you also give people a chance, but if somebody proves that they are not up to your standards, that they are not on the up and up, or if they are just straight up two-faced, this is you here. You're setting those boundaries, and remember, you have your broom here to just shush someone away. So this can also have something to do with situations. If a situation is not on the up and up, if you're not comfortable with a situation, you have no problem standing up for yourself. And you have no problem really standing up for yourself if somebody doesn't take a hint, because you are doing things, you're making moves. So this has no place in your life at all, but especially toward the end of the year, when you're stronger in yourself and you're stronger in your boundaries and you're tending to the details. So you have no time for this over here. And this is another thing here connected to that. So you have transits, insight, movement, and change. So first of all, I feel by the third quarter, you're no longer afraid of change. You may have, a little fear about change, but it doesn't stop you. I feel you're very insightful. I feel your intuition is on point in the third quarter, and you're moving, you're making changes in your life. And that's why you have zero time for this type of activity. What else can you tell us? Oh, okay. So you have the Ten of Pentacles. Wow. This really goes along with what I've been saying. Let me set your cards down here, because I'm getting not a 100% solitary vibe. Like, you're not necessarily the hermit in 2026, but you're very much focused on yourself and improving your life. And anyone or anything that doesn't align with that, or doesn't allow you that growth and the opportunity to change yourself for the better, you're not having it. You're not going to deal with it. You see these two people over here kind of walking away from the Ten of Pentacles. So you have a lot of success that you are creating, that you're developing in your life, and you're going to do what it takes to get there. And what it takes to get there is cutting out those things that don't resonate with you. So yeah, it's so yes, there is a sense of solitude, but it doesn't mean that you don't have friends, that you're not seeing your family. It's that you're protecting yourself from any unnecessary negative energy. But here, the Ten of Pentacles, okay, if you have any doubts about finances, your finances will be increasing. If you have any doubts about being successful with something that you're taking charge of, because remember, this is the Knight of Pentacles. And so you have the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Knight of Pentacles. You're making moves and improvements with finances, with career, job, side hustle, whatever it is. Some of you may be getting a loan, and it could be like exactly when you need it. Like, you could be at the edge, the verge of a breakdown or something like that, and then a loan comes through, something like that. But there's definitely an increase in finances for you. So here's the Seven of Swords. Yeah, do you see it? So the Seven of Swords, this can be a tricky energy. This can be realizing that something is a waste of time. This could be imposter syndrome. There's definitely a couple things that I feel you're overcoming here. So I feel that they're all interconnected. Like, you believe that you are worthy of this positive energy, of these changes, especially this Ten of Pentacles here. And like I said, this is kind of a summary of everything I've said, because you're not going to put up with any unsavory actions from people. You're this bird here who will fly away from something at the first sign of something not being on the up and up. Yeah, because you're not going to waste your time in the third quarter. Here you have the Magician, and this is exactly why. Because you are focused, you are making things happen. Some of you are up-leveling your skills in some talent or skill or idea that you have. There's definitely like a lot of planning I see you doing. You're preparing for something in the third quarter of 2026. You definitely don't want anybody to disrupt your energy, your vibe, your creativity. This could be a great time for you to manifest, or you will be manifesting. And what Spirit is saying, it would be a great time for you to manifest, because I feel like there is improvement in a situation that you have going on in your life. And the universe is just shining down such positive energy regarding any projects that you will be starting in the third quarter. So here you have the Nine of Wands. I feel like at some point in the at some point in the third quarter with the Nine of Wands, you may be feeling defeated with something. You may be feeling very, very frustrated with something. Part of your plan may feel like it's going up in smoke, or something's not quite working. This could actually be attached to a two-faced friend over here. So maybe you were working on this project with someone else, or you had moved forward with a friend or something like that, and then it all kind of came crashing down. Well, what Spirit says is that this is not a lost cause. This is fixable. All you have to do is attend to the details, and don't give up on this idea, because just because there may have been something that wasn't in alignment here, that doesn't mean that you can't continue on with whatever this is. So here you have the Ace of Cups. Yeah. So do you see how here it looks like something didn't work out as you thought? Maybe this was something unexpected that happened, especially because here you're working on something and then it kind of doesn't happen here. But then you have the Ace of Cups here. So this is a new beginning. This is a new thought process. So in the third quarter, there could be something like where a plan goes awry, something happens, especially because it looks like there's a storm back here, but that's okay. Because there's going to be, like, just as soon as something gets very complicated and very difficult, things are changing. There's movement happening, and there is insight happening that is going to lead you to the perfect solution to whatever went wrong here. All right, so you have the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, look at the balance that you have here. Look at how everything is coming together here. Everything is finding the perfect place, and everything, there's something about timing with everything coming together. I am hearing something about money balancing out for you, things at work balancing out for you. Instability that you feel here in the Nine of Wands, that is balancing out for you. And it's based on this here, this Ace of Cups. I feel like there's some kind of creative solution to this problem that you have with the Nine of Wands. So once again, as we're closing out this part, don't give up on your dream. Don't give up on your manifestation if something becomes difficult, because sometimes right before we're about to manifest our dream, our desire, our goal, things can become very, very difficult with this Nine of Wands, because that is the universe testing you and testing your commitment to this up-leveling that you're doing in your life. So just know that things are going to balance out, and it happens very, very quickly. All right, so let's move on to the last quarter. All right, quarter number 4 of 2026 for group number 2. What can you tell us for group number 2, please? Ooh, I feel like these are your cards. Let's take the first 2. All right. You have Father of Air, Leadership, number 36. So this is the King of Swords. I mean, you have so many authority cards, so many court cards in your entire 2026. So I really feel like kind of an overall theme for you in 2026 is you coming into your own power, you believing in yourself, you just taking action in your own life, becoming so strong, so strong. So with the leadership, some of you could be getting a leadership position at work. I feel another thing that's happening here is you're really seeing things take shape. I feel, in a sense, 2026 for you is a little bit of like a little rocky emotionally, because I feel like you're going through all kinds of different transitions and changes, and your thoughts are changing, and I feel like you have some pretty significant life changes, and you get through it, very, very gracefully most of the time. I'm seeing that you're kind of laughing at that a little bit, like, looking back where you're like, yeah, some days weren't so graceful, but, for the most part, you've done this with grace, you've held your own, and this is who you're becoming. And it's really, how do I explain it? Like, you've seen yourself through the chaos. You did this on your own. I feel like you're becoming more independent. And I really feel like after 2026, you can get through anything. And I'm not saying that 2026 is going to be bad. It's just like you have all these strong emotions, and it's kind of like you're going through just significant changes. I feel some of you are facing like some deep things within yourself that you haven't faced before. Some of you are going, touching on your shadow side and working through that and releasing a lot of energy that is no longer yours, something that no longer belongs to you. All right, so then you have the monarch victorious and number 7. So this corresponds to the chariot. So this is literally what I just said. This literally summarizes everything that I just said. And after you go through all of that, which most of what you're going through is just like emotional kind of processing thoughts and processing feelings and realizing that maybe in the past you gave in to other people instead of putting yourself first, which, sometimes we need to go through that for self-growth and things like that. This is how you're coming out. This is you coming out stronger, everything that I just said. So just, go through the process, understand that you are coming out with victory. All right, what else can you tell us? Interesting, you have last quarter moon in Virgo, attend to the details. You have this card again. Oh, you know what I feel? I feel that in the third quarter, you did attend to the details. And in the fourth quarter, those details are exactly what's getting you to this victorious point. So, yeah, and also with the King of Swords here, the King of Swords does tend to the details. The King of Swords does know how to put all the details together to get you to this point here. So I feel this is very significant for you in the third and fourth quarter. I'm pretty sure this was in the last quarter, right? If not, then whatever quarter it was, because there's a lot of numbers in my head right now. But yeah, this is what's going to get you through. This is what's going to be your success. What else can you tell us? Thank you. Let's get the top one. And again, we're going to get your tea leaf. What else can you tell us? Ooh, that one's very strong. I'm very curious what this one is. So let's look at this first. Bat, take care, enemies are working against you. Well, here's the thing. We saw this with the two-faced friend, with, the cat, the card, the tea leaf that had the cat on it. You are victorious over anything that was trying to stand in your way. So this says enemies are working against you. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to have people working against you. You could feel like the universe is against you with certain things. And certain people definitely are not working in your favor. We saw that a couple times in the previous quarters. So just know that you, especially with the bat, you will be able to see these people coming, especially with the King of Swords here. This is not going to affect you. Okay, so you have waning gibbous moon, harvest, reception, and gratitude. Okay, so I feel, first of all, anybody who was acting like this, going to be replaced with new people coming into your life. I feel there's new energies coming into your life regarding people. So really, really good, positive people are going to be coming into your life. And you don't have to mistrust your judgment, because you, again, remember, you will be able to feel somebody from a mile away when they don't line up to your values and who you are today in the fourth quarter. Harvest. You've come so far in 2026. I feel you'll be able to relax a little bit toward the end of the year. I feel you're going to be very, very grateful for where you end up. And it just feels like everything is starting to come together for you. And I feel there's a new beginning on the horizon for you, possibly in 2026. We'll see what the cards say. Okay. Excuse me, what else can you tell us for group number 2 for the fourth quarter? Okay, let's see what you have here. You have the Eight of Cups. Do you see how there's something weathered and torn here, and you're just walking away from something? So yeah, I just feel like you have no time for any, basically just, you don't have time for anything that's not in alignment. There's something about, remember, didn't I just say a new beginning? Or what were my words exactly? It's like once you get to this point, I feel you relax a little bit, and it's like, okay, let's get back at it. And so, yeah, that's exactly what I'm seeing here. I feel more and more you're realizing that certain things don't align with who you are now. So some of you could be leaving a job. Some of you could be leaving a friendship. Certain family functions aren't working for you because there's people there who always try to start drama and things like that. So yeah, and you're also ready to, start something new, which is going to be amazing for you. So yeah, I mean, I feel your whole year is like getting rid of energies that don't work for you. All right, so you have the Two of Swords. I feel like you have a decision to make in the third quarter. Something could also be delayed, but you will come out victorious if you do have a delay. Let's get some more information. Okay, look, this is your new beginning. Didn't I tell you you're going to have a new beginning? So what I'm seeing with these 3 cards here is, just like I said, you're going to start to recognize that something's not working for you. And it could feel like something is working against you. Like, look at how productive you've been here, and you've tried and tried and tried to make something work out, but in the end, it's just not working out. So I feel for a minute, you're going to go back to how you used to be, where you may have a slight fear about moving on from something. It may take you a minute to recognize that you might start to repeat a pattern of wanting to move away from something, but then staying somewhere because you feel some sort of attachment to it. But ultimately, what I see happening is that you're making the right decision. You're moving on from something. You're freeing yourself from something that was holding you back. And you're moving on, and you're ready for a change. The Nine of Wands. Okay, so this card's coming up again. And I feel this is kind of what I was saying over here with the Two of Swords, where you might go back to a period of time where you second guess yourself. You think, maybe I could have done something differently. Maybe I can fix this. Maybe I can do this. Maybe I can do that. So with the general idea here, Spirit is saying, don't give up on this particular situation, but it's okay to walk away from people, places, and things that are not helping you with your situation. You will figure it out. This is temporary. And all you have to do is kind of detach yourself from the energies that you are walking away from. Something here that's working against you. Detach yourself from that. Think with clarity, and you will receive a solution to your problem right here. Is that 1 or 2? Okay, that's 2. I mean, 1. So you have the 5 of Wands. So yeah, this is exactly what I was feeling. There's something going on where it's like no matter how much you try to talk to certain people or work with certain people, sometimes that's just not going to work. So I do see that you're going to recognize that, and there is a sense of walking away from those things that are not working. This is tied to the 8 of Cups here. You have the Ace of Swords. There's solutions to all of your problems. There's a new beginning, like I've been saying. There's clarity. You're getting great insight. And there's also a community that you're stepping into that communicates much better than what was going on here. Here, everything felt like a battle. It felt like a fight. Here, all of these bees are working together in harmony, and they all have the same goal. So this can be, like a friend group. This could be your work environment. This could be something that you're trying to accomplish and you couldn't figure out, how do I get this moving forward? That is changing for you. And it's enlightenment also, I feel. But yeah, I really feel like what's happening kind of throughout the whole year, but in the last quarter of 2026, you're kind of solidifying this whole process where you're going from the 8 of Swords to the King of Swords. So definitely you have a lot of insight. You're combining your intuition and your intellect. You are setting boundaries. You're working through problems. You're becoming so strong on the inside. You're going through, it feels like a huge transition. And you're going to reap all of the rewards that are due to you for putting in all of that hard internal work. I feel some of you are facing like demons that you have or habits that you have that you're not happy about. So yeah, your 2026 is all about you and you changing and up leveling and things like that. So I have one more oracle deck. So I'm going to shuffle these. We're going to get one card that's going to kind of tie everything together. And I feel like this is your card here. So this is going to tie all of 2026 together. So this is your card here. You see how the heart chakra is very, very prominent. I feel that's because you're paying attention to how your heart feels. If something doesn't feel right when you're in a situation or around certain people, you're going to make some changes. And so there's self-empowerment that's coming in for you. So let's go ahead and see what it says. Stop underestimating your magic. See, there are treasures within you waiting to be discovered, to be shared. That's what this says, but I'm going to add with the right people. That's what Spirit wanted to add. So that is what I have for you for 2026. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I wish you so much luck. All right, thank you so much. Hello, group number 3. You have the Ocean Jasper heart. And this is your Wheel of Fortune card from the tarot deck When Women Had Wings. So I'm going to put this back in the deck, and we're going to start with your oracle cards. And we are going to go through all of the quarters. So January, February, March, and then April, May, June, and then July, August, September, and October, November, December. Spirit, what can you tell us for group number 3? Quarter number 1, please. All right, you have Father of Air, Leadership, and number 36. So I feel for you the first quarter of 2026, you have found solutions to problems. You have clarity regarding the direction that you want to go in 2026. And I feel like you're very, very determined. I feel that you are also very, very focused. And I feel like there's nothing really that could get in your way or make you veer off course. And I forgot to mention the Father of Air is the King of Swords. So you could also be receiving an offer from someone. So this could be, for some of you, this could be a job opportunity that could be coming in for you. I'm feeling like there could be a contract that you're signing, or some sort of agreement regarding something. Oh, wow. Okay, so now you have creature of air and speed in number 34. So the creatures correspond to the knights. So you have the Knight of Swords and the King of Swords. So this is a pretty powerful, swift energy. I feel like you're inspired by something. I feel like whereas before you may have been trying to figure out what direction you were going to go in, or trying to figure out how to implement goals that you have for 2026, but it's like you received the information that you needed, you received clarity, or you received communication that you needed to go forward, and you are all in, and you're like going forward very, very quickly, very swiftly. You know that you're on the right path, and this is what you're supposed to be doing. So it could be like, let's say you get a job offer or something here, and then this is showing how excited you are and how ready you are to kind of conquer the world with this offer that you have here. So let's continue on. What else can you tell us for group number 3 for quarter number 1? Okay, so you have first quarter moon in Aquarius and trust the universe. So I feel that there's something going on here with, I don't really see that you're not trusting the universe here. I see you being absolutely very confident here. So I feel something that might happen with this card with trust the universe is that you accept something here and you're going forward with something, but it's almost like you have blinders on because you're so excited about this opportunity that there could be little details that you miss or something like that. Because with trust the universe, I feel there's two things that could be going on here. You're either trusting the universe here, and that's why you're so excited and you're going forward and you're going to do very, very well in this situation. And for others of you, it feels like something here could throw you a curveball that you weren't expecting, but it's like I'm seeing it as very, very positive. So I don't know if that's how you're going to perceive it at first, and we will try to get more information for you regarding what this is. But it feels like you're going forward, you're so excited about something, and then this curveball comes in and it kind of stops you for a minute, and it's like that jolt of stopping for a second is a little bit upsetting because you're like, well, I'm like ready to keep going on this path I'm on, but then something comes in is like, but look at this other opportunity. And you're kind of like, oh, well, I hadn't thought about that. So it seems like it's not, I don't want to call it a tricky energy, but it's something that's going to make you pause and go, huh, interesting. So trust your intuition, trust the feelings that you're getting regarding something like that happening. What else can you tell us for group number 3? Sorry, I have so many numbers in my head, and I was trying to figure out how many cards were right here. So group number 3, quarter number 1, and we're also going to get a tea leaf for you. Okay, this green one is really, really standing out to me, and so is this one, so let's take that as well. So let's look at the green one. Ooh, so you have career. This can definitely have something to do with your career. I feel also some of you could be relocating. Oh, would you be relocating for your career? I didn't even put 2 and 2 together like that, but yeah, some of you might be relocating for your career. Is that what's going to throw you off? Maybe there's another opportunity for you. Maybe you have an opportunity to become like a regional director, or there's just, you know, an opportunity opening up somewhere else, and it could take you where you have to relocate. Oh, that's interesting. But the first thing I was going to say is that some of you could be moving, like you're picking up and moving somewhere. And it could have these really interesting career positive implications where you kind of land into your perfect career, something like that. So yeah, because there's movement going on here, so trust where you're being called to go, whether it's a new place to live, career, whatever it is. Trust, because it's going to lead you to something that's very, very stable, that has a lot of growth potential. All right, so you have Diamond. You'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. Wow. I feel like this was once hidden and it's coming out. And I feel this could be what throws you off, because I feel you might be receiving some sort of offer. It could be coming from this energy I'm feeling here. And it's like you were on this path here. And remember how I was like, and then you stop and it's like, oh, like I have to think about this for a minute. I feel like there's a blessing coming in, but it's something that you didn't expect. It could be connected to your career. Let's see what this is. Let's see. So we have Gaia, Earth, Nature, and Embodiment. It's about a new foundation. It absolutely could be a new career or something to do with your career, job. I feel it's important that you stay grounded through this process, because here, do you see the opposite here? So here you're up in the air and you're ready to go after something, but here you're very grounded. So yeah, I feel it's like Spirit is saying take a moderate approach to the first quarter. But I feel that there's something coming in that's going to be something that you've always been looking for. But I don't know. I was going to say, like, you didn't expect it to come in the way that it comes in. So let's get some more information, see if we can pinpoint what's going on. All right, what can you tell us? Thank you. For group number 3, quarter number 1, can you give us more information about what is going on here with these other previous cards? Okay, what can you tell us, please? There we go. I always know the cards always, like, I feel an energy in my hands, and you might see the cards kind of jump a little bit when I know to start or stop. But because I had to shuffle so long, I feel like there may be a little bit of indecision that goes on here. So we have the 7 of Swords. Okay. You know, I just keep getting a feeling that you start something and then you get a new opportunity. So it's kind of like, oh my gosh, I put so much effort into something. Can I walk away from it right now? Yeah, it's really, really weird. Let's see what else we have. Yeah, the Ace of Pentacles. Do you see what I'm saying? Because here with the 7 of Swords, I'm getting a feeling where it's like, you may feel unprepared. You may feel like this you were prepared for. But this thing that throws you a curveball, you're kind of like, am I ready for that? Can I do that? And I feel it has something to do, again, with career or moving somewhere or something like that. But the thing is that it's the bridge, but like, you're still going to get what you wanted here. But I feel like it's actually better. It's actually where you're landing in the perfect place, and you just happen to be in the perfect place at the perfect time to lead you to this new opportunity here. So let me give you a quick example. It's kind of like, maybe you get a job offer here and you know you are ready for this job offer. You're prepared. You know your stuff. You know what you're talking about. You know how to get things done. And you're in that position for, you know, a short amount of time, maybe a month, maybe 6 weeks, maybe 2 months, because we have 3 months here. And then all of a sudden, there's this other opportunity and you're like, wait a minute, you know, where this person here, if this is a person, says, you know what, you've been doing a great job and we are opening a new department and we want you to run this department. And you're just like, whoa, wait a minute. I don't know if I'm ready for that. I don't know if I'm ready to be in a leadership role. And also, like, I feel like you had plans in this current position. You're like, well, I had things I wanted to do here. But then it's like, if you trust the universe, you'll see how things are opening up for you in very, very amazing ways. And you could be going from the Knight of Swords to the King of Swords, where you are this leadership position, and you may be the leadership position here. I'm just saying this is just an example. So you have the Eight of Swords. Yeah, you see you're kind of stuck. It's like you're at this indecision point. You don't know what to do. And I feel that's why here you want to stay grounded and you want to tap into your intuition. Don't give in to your fears. Don't let your ego prevent you from moving forward with something that could be a great opportunity. Two of Wands, I'm telling you, because you have a decision to make here. And I feel like you're not ready for this decision. It feels like you're unprepared for it, like you weren't expecting it. But with this energy here with the Seven of Swords, I see you saying, well, let's just see what happens. Kind of like where you're saying, well, what's the worst that could happen? And then the other side of you is saying, well, I could fail. And then the other side of you is like, well, let's just give it a go, see what happens. So kind of a little bit of, the full energy. There's a little bit of sarcasm in here where you're trusting the universe, but you don't completely trust the universe at the same time, if that makes sense. The Seven of Cups. Yeah, I feel that there's a lot of different directions that the first quarter could go for you. Now, here's the thing. You have free will. So if you want to accept a new opportunity, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. And so I feel that you can really get in your head about things, and you can make up scenarios about, is this going to work? Is this not going to work? That's exactly why you want to stay grounded, because there is an amazing opportunity that will bring forth a huge transformation for you. You will see clarity with this. You will make the right decision. And I don't know, I'm just seeing there's tremendous potential for growth regarding this decision that you have to make here. And again, I feel some of you have an enormous opportunity, but it's going to require you to relocate. The Page of Swords, you are just in your head, like in your mind, in your thoughts. And I feel like it's all because you don't have enough information about something. It has to do with this opportunity being presented to you. So don't see, if you let your thoughts get away from you with the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Cups and the Page of Swords, and actually the Eight of Swords, you can come up with every scenario in the book to talk yourself out of an amazing opportunity. So Spirit says, please don't do that. Stay grounded, use your intuition, clarity. Try to look at the new opportunity instead of looking at what you didn't finish in this current opportunity, because the opportunities and the potential for advancement going forward with this new opportunity, it's going to be much more than you ever could have accomplished here, if that makes any sense. All right, so let's go ahead and get to quarter number 2. So I'm going to clear these. I'll be right back. All right, let's look at the second quarter, which is April, May, and June. What can you tell us for group number 3, please? All right, you have June B, total disruption number 13. Okay, this is really interesting, especially how your first quarter went, because what you have here is the Death card in the tarot deck. That's what this is related to. Number 13 is the Death card in the tarot deck. So you definitely have a death and rebirth going on here. And I meant to tell you, when I was shuffling your cards, so in between, I picked up the cards and I put them back in all the decks, and I shuffled really good. And as I was shuffling, I saw that some of you could initially be relocating somewhere, and you have a new home here, and then something happens where, even though you just got settled here and you wanted to be here for a little while, something comes up where you're then going to move somewhere else. And it's very unexpected. And, Spirit is saying just kind of go with the flow with that a little bit, because yeah, obviously if you pick up a move somewhere, unless you like moving, which I don't know who does, like the process of moving, you don't necessarily want to go move somewhere else. But I'm seeing that if something like that happens for you, or this could be literal or metaphorical, go with the flow is what Spirit says. And so I feel like that's kind of something similar to what's happening here with this total disruption card. So it definitely feels like it's something unexpected. But Spirit is saying if you try to fight it and you try to, come up with 10,000 different scenarios about what could go wrong, Spirit says try to look at what could go right. Try to think about, why is the universe directing me in this other direction, or trying to take me in another direction. Okay, so you have the Conjure Woman manifestation in number 1. So this corresponds to the Magician. Okay, so first of all, I definitely feel like whatever this disruption is, it is leading you to something that you were manifesting or trying to manifest, or something that you were hoping for, praying for. It feels like there's some kind of very interesting energy going on here. It's a little bit of a tricky energy, but it's like a redirection energy, because it's taking you in a roundabout way to exactly where you want to be with this manifestation. So Spirit is saying also, if you are literally manifesting, be very, very specific. Be very, very specific. But I definitely feel like in the second quarter, you're going to be manifesting something quite significant. What can you tell us? Oh, okay. Well, you have 2 cards, so let's go with it. I'm trying to keep these as short as possible, but let's go through these. Okay, so full moon in Libra, find a balance. Okay, so I feel like you will need to find a balance with this total disruption card. Some of you may go through a disruption, and from that, you are then very, very focused on manifesting something new for yourself. So some of you, this is tied to the first quarter, and then others of you, this is kind of a completely new energy. What is most important for you, though, as you're going through this, is that you stay balanced, and that you know that yes, things are off right now, but things are going to come into balance. And there, Spirit, I just heard very, very clearly, trust that there is a plan. Okay, wow, no wonder these both had to come out. First quarter moon in Gemini, speak your world into being. So look at what you have here, 2 manifestation cards. So I feel, oh my gosh, yeah, especially because you have the 2 like twins or whatever this is here, the 2 people up here that are kind of in just like an image of what you want to bring to life. Well, then we fast forward all the way to here, and you actually have these images that are in the ground instead of up in the air, up in like your mind, trying to form something. And so do you see what I'm saying? How a disruption can lead you to manifesting exactly what you want, because here there's a mirror effect here. So you are looking at exactly what you were manifesting over here. Very interesting second quarter for you. What can you tell us for group number 3, quarter number 2, please? And let's get your tea leaf. What can you tell us for group number 2? Sorry, group number 3, quarter number 2. I have all these numbers. I can't, I keep messing them up when I'm talking. Okay, so the Sun card, happiness and well-being. Look at that. So don't be afraid of challenging times, but also letting go of certain things that needed to change in order for you to get to where you're supposed to be. All right, let's see what this is. Here we have a moon, emotions, instincts, and subconscious. Okay. Listen to your intuition. Don't let your emotions run away from you. With instinct, it's critical that you listen to your intuition, because you're going to be getting signs from the universe. I mean, this is going to be a huge sign that something needs to change. Now, I feel that With the total disruption, I kind of feel like a lot of you will have a choice regarding this in the second quarter, where it's not necessarily something that is changing, where you don't have a say-so in it. So I feel it would make this a little bit easier, but you definitely need to listen to your intuition regarding what this is, because I feel like if you really look deeply into the situation, if you open your heart, open your mind, and let downloads come to you regarding this situation, you're going to see that this change will lead to very, very positive changes in your life. And it's going to lead you to acquiring exactly what you want within this manifestation card. What else can you tell us for group number 3, quarter number 2? Thank you. Okay. And what else can you tell us, please? Okay. Yeah, your cards are like, they don't want to stop shuffling. It's very interesting. Okay, and this is also very interesting. So what came out is the Star card, which is very, very interesting that it's going to go right below the Death card here. So I feel that in order for you to reach your dreams, it's going to require you to take a massive leap of faith. And I feel that there's something about you feeling like nobody else can make this decision for you, that you can't ask advice from anybody else because it has to come from within you. I feel this is a very, very emotional time for you, but it's kind of like, I'm trying to explain what this feeling is. It's like you're going on nothing but your intuition, because it's kind of like there's so many unknowns that you need to close out the entire world. You need to shut out the entire world and listen to your intuition, which is kind of what's happening here, because this is the Star card, but it's a very dark card, color wise. And I feel that's why, because you cannot come to a conclusion unless you do this. Unless you tap into your intuition like you have never tapped into your intuition before. Also, what's interesting that I just noticed is you have the Sun and Moon here. So some of you, this disruption here is shaking up a situation that was holding you back from your true potential. And you could be terrified because you may not know what your actual potential is. You may have felt very comfortable here, and Spirit is saying, no. There's so much more for you out there. So we're going to shake things up so that you can make your dreams come true. Others of you, you're seeing the light at the end of a tunnel in a situation that you've been in that's finally coming to an end, and you can start something new. All right, so you have the Page of Swords. This is the clarity that I was talking about. So I feel that you're doing research, you're cutting out everything else, and all you're hearing is your intuition. You're listening to the signs, the synchronicities, the universe trying to talk to you. So once that happens, then you're ready to make a decision moving forward. You have a solution to a problem, to something coming to an end. All right, the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, so this makes a lot of sense, because I feel like there's part of you that does not want to make a change in the second quarter. And that's why it's critical that you listen to your intuition and not your ego. Because I feel like you feel a sense of stability where you are. You feel like you're not ready to move on from a particular situation, but at the same time, it feels like you are somehow detached from the situation that you don't want to walk away from. Now, let me look at this card. it's kind of like you're caught between two worlds. Because I never saw this before, but I'm seeing it now in this card where it seems like there's two different things going on here and you're caught in the middle and you don't know which direction to go. Let me see if we can get some more information. Yeah, you have the Tower card. So, like I said, there's something very powerful happening for you in the second quarter. The way to get through this is tapping into your intuition. And what I'm seeing is that this is nothing bad, even though it may look scary to you, especially because you have the Death card here, you have the Tower card here. What is happening is I'm hearing like false beliefs, false starts, false energies are falling away from you. So something that wasn't in alignment with what it is that you're manifesting will be falling away from you. But that is opening up the path for you to actually manifest what you want. You have the Ten of Cups. Do you see? Do you see what's happening here? So this is literally a visual. So hopefully you feel better about the situation, because I know some people get completely freaked out when they see the transformation, the death and rebirth, and the Tower card. But right after the Tower card, you have the Ten of Cups. So look at the rainbow that you have here. So it's kind of like you have a storm going on here. I mean, there's literally a storm happening here in the Tower card. You have the lightning that is striking the tower. And then what happens after the storm? You have the rainbow. And I feel, I mean, look, you have the cup here. So it's like you're finding your pot of gold. And there's a new beginning attached to this, attached to the Tower, attached to the Ten of Cups, because this is a bird's nest that she has for her hat. And there are 3 eggs in there. So yeah, there's a new beginning that's happening for you in the second quarter. It's just very odd the way that it comes about. So you have the Hermit card. So again, what you want to do is tap into your intuition. I feel that you are on the brink of a massive, massive transformation, something that is well overdue in your life. It's going to bring you balance, because I feel something is definitely off balance with a situation in your life in the second quarter. And you deserve to have happiness. You deserve to have the Sun card, and you will receive that. You will receive the Star card. You will receive the Ten of Cups. So yeah, just, I feel there's a lot of introspection, thinking about, what do I really want? Do I have what I really want? Am I on the right path to manifest what I want? And I want to take one more card. Yeah, you have the Page of Cups. So after the Hermit card, what happens is there is a happy surprise. There is something that is very enlightening, something that is making you feel like, oh, okay, now I understand what was going on here. There's some form of communication that's going on here. I'm hearing it's like springtime, so we're looking at the second quarter, so that actually lines up perfectly because it's like there's new growth, there's a new beginning, there's rebuilding, because if you see here, it looks like you're starting to build something right here, and I feel like there's a bridge to get there. So yeah, let me set this right here so you can see it before I clear these cards. So yeah, and this is coming after the Hermit card. So just know that something good is coming out of things breaking down for you in the second quarter. All right, so I'm going to clear these and we'll move on to the third quarter. What can you tell us for group number 3, quarter number 3, please? Mother of Earth, fertile ground, number 40. All right, this is the Queen of Pentacles. So this is a very, very abundant card, a very, very comfortable card. And I feel like you have leveled up here. I feel in the third quarter, You could definitely be making more money. I feel like your income is increasing. I feel like you have so much money coming in that you can actually start saving money for things. Because if you see the coins back here, I feel like those are kind of put off to the side for something. So maybe you're able to save money for something that you want to start, or maybe you're saving money for something that you want to purchase for yourself. Maybe you want to take a vacation or buy a new car, or, you know, find a new home, or just buy yourself a nice gift or something. I feel like you're also very, very comfortable. So this could be a continuation of what happened in the second quarter, where you were very much unsure about where you were going to end up and what was going to happen. And there was some fear involved and some, you know, needing to trust the universe and go with the flow and things like that. Well, here you've landed where you're supposed to be. You're very comfortable. For some of you, if this has something to do with a job, this could definitely show that you're in a leadership position, or if you own your own company, you're very, very successful. Whatever it is, it's like it was a slow build. You put in a tremendous amount of hard work into something and you're growing, whatever that is. So this could be work related. This could be if you move somewhere new, you're finding your balance there, you're finding your community, you know, things like that. Okay, wow. So now you have Mother of Air and Boundaries, number 35. So this is the Queen of Swords. So it's really interesting that you have the two queens here, because you're becoming very, very confident in any new positions that you're in the third quarter. And you seem to be like, if you are in a leadership role, I feel like you're leading by example. You are, aside from that, I feel like you're the director of your destiny at this point. Whereas before, I feel the universe had to kind of help you along. And at this point, you know where you're supposed to be. You are exactly where you want to be. You're very, very comfortable. And I feel like you have boundaries with people, places, things, and situations. I feel that something about the second quarter, something about how you went through this breakdown and then you rose from the ashes and you became this very successful person. Because you went through the ringer, because you had to kind of pick yourself up and dust yourself off, I feel that you have boundaries, especially with people. You don't want people to waste your time. You really have no patience for that. So I feel like your communication skills might be elevated a little bit, where you're not afraid to say what's on your mind, or you're not afraid to ask for what you want. Definitely, you're not afraid to say no to things, especially people who aren't in alignment with your new energy. Okay, what else can you tell us for group number 3? Last quarter, Moon in Leo, and lighten up. Okay, so the first thing that came to my mind is your boundaries and lighten up. I feel like you could be distancing yourself from certain people. I feel like I'm seeing you cutting the cord with certain people who... I'm trying to figure out how to say this. It's like, if you see certain behaviors that from certain people and you feel like that doesn't align with your values, I see you lightening up. I see you getting rid of certain people in your life, saying, you know, let's end this friendship, or let's end this partnership, whatever it is. And I feel that you can relax a little bit more also, because I feel there's something going on here where whenever it is you've gained a lot of respect, you've gained, I feel, some sense of notoriety or popularity, something like that. And so it's like you've kind of made it with something here, and you don't have to, like, things don't have to be so heavy. It's like this weight is lifted off your shoulder, especially financially. And it's also, I feel there's something being recognized, something about being recognized here, about where you have proven yourself regarding the way other people see you. And so you don't have to keep working as hard as you were before. What else can you tell us for group number 3, please? Quarter number 3. And your tea leaf. What can you tell us for group number 3, quarter number 3? I can't get it. There we go. That green one was catching my attention. So you have career. Okay, this definitely makes sense, especially with the Queen of Pentacles here. And you know, this career card is coming up a lot in this 2026 reading. So maybe the collective is looking for a new career, wanting to up-level your skills. Let's see. You have this card. South Node, past lives, natural gifts, and karmic challenges. Okay, so these two cards together makes a lot of sense to me. So it feels like you have been working really, really hard to accomplish a dream that you have. That dream could have something to do with career. And I feel that you've worked so hard for something. And that's probably why you have these boundaries, because you don't want anything or anyone to disturb this energy. And I feel that you have accomplished something great in quarter number 3. And I feel like there's more in your future, more things that you want to accomplish. And you don't want anything getting in the way of that. Now, I feel that some of you will be turning a hobby into a career. Absolutely. I feel that's definitely something that some of you will be doing. I feel like you could have a connection to somebody that you have a past life with, a past life connection to somebody. And I feel that you may be going through certain karmic lessons with this person in the 3rd quarter, especially with boundaries. So Spirit just said it's important that you protect your peace. And I feel like you will be closing up karmic ties that you have with certain people who bring in a complicated element or a toxic element into the situation, or just into your life in general. Okay. Now, see, now your cards were like ready to go. They weren't taking as long as they were before. Okay, so you have the 5 of Pentacles here. I definitely feel like you're going to be releasing something that no longer aligns with your energy. And I feel the reason why is because you've up-leveled your energy so much in the 2026 that certain people, especially people, I feel some people become jealous of this here, of this person that you've become here. And it's certain people, yeah, I'm feeling like there's a certain negativity that certain people are bringing to the table. It's like jealousy, or I don't know exactly how else to say it, because it's like jealousy for some of you, but others of you, it's not quite jealousy. It's just kind of like somebody may feel left behind, or they were codependent or something like that. And your energy is becoming very independent. And maybe you were always very independent, but this kind of codependency is becoming more and more intolerable for you. And so what Spirit is saying here is that, yeah, there's going to be some karmic challenges, and you're going to be walking away from certain things, people. But you're really not leaving anything behind, because it was meant to be closed up and wrapped up with a nice little bow and move on. Because you're going to be making room for other people in your life who are more aligned with your new energy. So we have the 10 of Swords. Yeah, I feel like this is going to be really difficult. Some of you might be in a karmic relationship, in like a romantic relationship. Whatever it is, I feel like something has been put on ice, and it's really not going to thaw out. This is like the end of something. And it's going to be a painful process, but I feel it's necessary for your growth. And it's also like, if you kept this thing in your life, it would hinder you, especially in your career. I feel like there's something else here, but let's keep moving on. The King of Cups. Whatever is leaving your life, it was off balance. See, you definitely have something going out because of the lighten up card. Because you are shining too brightly for some people. Your sparkle, your shine is too much for some people. They can't handle it. They don't know how to deal with it. And I feel there's going to be some sort of, there could be an argument, there could be a disagreement, miscommunication, especially if there's like Mercury retrograde. I don't know when that is happening next year, but so it could be Mercury retrograde, or it feels like Mercury retrograde, where there could be some miscommunication, something like that. Now, the important thing to know with this King of Cups is that, yes, there's great emotion connected to this, but new people will be coming in your life because you won't be wasting time on this energy over here. So anyone who is lost over here will be replaced with, like, I'm seeing people will be upgraded, the people who are coming in. So, I mean, I don't mean to sound callous, but that's kind of your energy because you have the boundaries card here. So just keep that in mind. All right, we have the Queen of Wands. Yeah, see, you're so focused on inner development. I feel that there's definitely something regarding career, because I'm getting obviously here the Queen of Pentacles and then the Queen of Wands here. So you're making room in your life to focus on what is important for you. Especially, you know, there's something about the title of this tarot deck, When Women Had Wings, because I feel like, your gender doesn't matter here, but we're looking at the energy, but I feel like your wings were clipped a little bit by someone over here. And so you're getting your wings back, you're getting your power back, and you're moving forward. And you have the strength and the power to say, look, goodbye, move on. Like you're taking up space. All right, so you have the Eight of Cups. Yeah, do you see what I'm saying? Where you're definitely moving away from something that was no longer working for you. Now, some of you, this energy that I'm feeling, this could, for some of you, this could be related to a job or a career that's no longer working for you. Maybe you weren't being appreciated at work. Maybe you had a karmic tie to your boss at work or a coworker or something like that. Maybe in a past life, because this card mentions past lives, maybe in a past life you didn't stand up for yourself at work. And now you are. In the third quarter, you're saying, look, I'm going to stand up for myself and I'm going to move on from something that's not working for me. And because of that, you're going to land in the perfect place. Okay, so here we have the Three of Wands. So isn't this interesting? I just said you're going to land in the perfect place. And the Three of Wands is things coming towards you, you receiving what is due to you, receiving what you wanted. And I feel with the Mother of Air here, you know, do you see how she's pointing this way? I feel like you're saying, you're using this broom and you're saying, no, get out of here because I want that right there. So you're going after what you want and you're making zero apologies for going after what you want. But you see here, you can't receive what you deserve until you let go of something that's no longer serving you. So at one point it may have been beneficial, but it's no longer beneficial. All it would do to keep this in your life, it would hold you back from receiving what you deserve. Now, you're very powerful. You have the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. So take that energy and run with it. All right, let's move on to the last quarter. All right, group number 3. Let's look at the last quarter of 2026 for you. So October, November, and December. I feel like these are your cards. All right, Father God, Radical Truth, number 43. So this is an interesting card because this is the Hierophant. So this is like literally the radical truth. This is being authentic. This is listening to your intuition, doing the right thing. And because you did the right thing, things are working out in your favor. And I feel that what is happening with this card in the third or the fourth quarter, I was looking at number 43 and said 3, is that everything is kind of coming to, like, everything is like culminating in this right here where you're building something. I feel you've gone through definitely karmic lessons with somebody or maybe multiple people in 2026. And you've done a lot of self-discovery. I feel that you've had some ups and downs in 2026. You've come out on top and you're stronger because everything that you had to think about, because I feel there were a lot of things that happened where you had to kind of think on your feet. You had to think, what do I do in this situation? This is a little bit unexpected. So I feel there were definitely a couple things that were unexpected, and because it kind of feels like you were bounced around a little bit. But what's happened is that it has kind of polished your energy. It has polished something about your aura. And it's led you to this point here where you have built something, like certain things have fallen away so that other things can come together. And so by the end of 2026, I feel like you're very, very strong. I feel that you understand why everything happened. And it's like, you're ready to conquer the world. That's how I feel. You're just very, very strong. Okay, so we have the twins conscious connections number 6. So this corresponds to the Lovers card in the tarot deck. And so do you see here how by the end of 2026, this is you. You're very, very powerful here. You've conquered things. You've overcome things. You know who you are. You know what you want, what you don't want. And that leads to this. So you're very much in tune with who you are by the end of 2026. And that opens the pathway for new things to come together that will build on that foundation, that new foundation that you found within yourself. So with this card being the Lovers card, I feel that there were definitely some sacrifices that you had to go through to get to this point. So definitely letting go of karmic ties that were no longer suiting you, letting go of jobs that were no longer suiting you. And now it's kind of like, as strong as you are here, you kind of have this blank slate where new energies are coming in. So for some of you, this could be a new relationship that you will experience. And this could be, that powerful relationship that you've been waiting for that you haven't found yet, or your true soulmate, things like that. This can be representing really, really amazing friendships. This could be representing the perfect job coming into your life, where it's like you're being rewarded for all of the hard work. And let me tell you, it was hard work with this radical truth card that you put in earlier in the year. So everything's paying off for you here. So because you did the right thing, because you made the right choices, you're reaping the rewards here. What else can you tell us? Ooh, okay, let's take this top one because there's too many here because I don't want this reading to be too long. And this one was a little bit separated from the rest. So you have New Moon in Sagittarius, focus on the positive. All right, well, first of all, do you see all the stars here? So I feel like there is a lot of positive coming into your life. And I feel also, I'm seeing somebody kind of sighing with relief, kind of sitting back a little bit in the fourth quarter and being relieved that everything has turned out very, very positively for you. And I feel like there's a sense of relief that building this very strong person is kind of over. You've done the work in 2026. You've definitely up-leveled your spiritual growth, I feel. And now it's time to reap those rewards and enjoy what you have created, and also enjoy all of the positive things that are coming in the future for you. What else can you tell us for group number 3? And of course, we're going to get your tea leaf. Okay. Ooh, look at that one right there. Oh, you have 2. Okay. So let's see what you have here. Good news. Okay. This is exciting. I feel like you're being rewarded. The universe has heard you. The universe is recognizing your hard work. You have good news coming in. Yeah. I can't pinpoint what it is. I feel it's supposed to be a mystery for some of you. We'll see what else we get here. Handshake. A meeting with a stranger could be important. Oh my gosh, you have, hold on, let me look at this. Okay, you have a handshake here, basically. The moon and the sun, and then you have a handshake here. So again, for some of you, definitely not all of you, this could be a very important romantic partner that's going to be coming into your life. This could be some sort of partnership with a business. This could be just like a new friendship that's coming in. This could be a new job opportunity. But definitely you could be meeting people that are going to be very, very important to you. And I feel like you could be meeting someone who's of a different culture or of a different background than you. Yeah, because you have the moon and the sun here, and then there's like also the moon and the sun here. Isn't that interesting? And I feel like here's the world. So there's something very interesting happening where it could be something like an unlikely pairing for some of you. I also feel like this could be unexpected, like something kind of falls in your lap where you kind of bump into somebody and have some sort of agreement or something like that. There is something that is trying to come through, and I cannot put my finger on it. It's not coming through, so Spirit might not want you to know the exact details. But this good news is connected to this handshake. It's also connected to the Lover's card here. Okay, so you have Earth, pragmatic, grounded, and enduring. Yeah, so I feel that you're very grounded. You're very, very, very much grounded in this new self that you have. You're enjoying, just enjoying this. I feel like you're very independent, like you gain a sense of independence, you know who you are, things like that. So you're enjoying that. And I feel like you have the ability to do what needs to be done regarding kind of taking the next step with something, whatever that is, whether it's relationship, work, you know, anything like that, anything to do with your home. I feel also something about your health is very grounded. So if you had any kind of health difficulties throughout 2026, I feel like you are overcoming those. So I'm not a doctor, so definitely talk to your doctor. This is not medical advice. But for some of you, like this good news could have to do with your health somehow. Maybe you're finding the perfect health practitioner for you to help you overcome something. Whatever it is, you're getting the answers to something that that's regarding your future. So let's look at your tarot cards. What else can you tell us for group number 3 for the 4th quarter of 2026? Thank you. What else can you tell us, please? Oh, thank you. All right, let's put this one over. Actually, I didn't even need to do that. I thought there was more than one here. Okay, so you have the High Priestess. Okay, this is what I've been telling you. There's something that Spirit doesn't want us to know about your 4th quarter because the High Priestess is about a secret. But the thing is that you're getting this information. So remember how I just said you're receiving the information, or however I said that just a second ago. So it's kind of like you're putting two and two together. You're seeing how to bridge something, especially with how the hands, it's kind of in a sense creating a bridge, right? Same thing here. It's kind of creating a bridge. So you could be finding the missing piece that you needed to complete something in your life, whether that is finding your perfect partner or finding the perfect employer or employee, finding the perfect home, finding the perfect balance within your body. Again, remember how I was talking about it could be health-wise and you're finding the perfect medical person to help you through something. So let's see what else we have. The Three of Pentacles. Yeah, everything seems to be coming together for you. Definitely it feels, again, I'm getting a sense of feeling more grounded, feeling like things are coming together, feeling like you're making progress with something. And this could be recognition for something, people learning your name. Some of you, if you're meeting your soulmate, some of you would be finding a new home together. Some of you would be connecting two families together. So let's say if you have children and the other person has children, or if you have fur babies, then your fur babies will be meeting each other. So yeah, definitely that is a possibility here. We have the Four of Cups. I feel like you're finding something that was missing in your life, and some of you know this was missing, some of you don't know. So it's kind of like, for those of you that don't know, it's kind of like a happy surprise where something enters your life and you're like, oh my gosh, how did I ever live without this? You know, how did I not know this was missing? And then others of you will, oh, you know what? This is the good news. This cup, so can you see this cup right here? So you have the cup here, and I feel the owl is like delivering the good news. Especially, oh my gosh, that's so interesting how she has her ear covered. Oh yeah, and the Four of Cups. Okay, so Spirit is saying, don't be dismissive of new opportunities or new people that may, I just heard brush into your life. So what does that mean? Brush into your life. Are some of you painters or artists or something like that? Brush, what could that mean? Brush into your life. Would that be like gently float into your life or something? I'm not sure exactly what that means. We'll see if we get more information. That may make sense to some of you. But don't be dismissive. Whatever this is that's coming in, you can trust it. And it's very, very important. So don't be dismissive of something. It's very positive. So it's okay to focus on this, because I feel for some of you, as you have done this inner work, some of you run the risk of being a little too closed off and dismissive, especially with the High Priestess. Sometimes the High Priestess can feel very icy to me, like very closed off. So yeah, Spirit says just make sure that you're open. You don't have to let just anybody in, but make sure that you're open to new people, new opportunities, and definitely listen to your intuition and watch out for signs and synchronicities. So you have the Page of Pentacles. Yeah. So here's the thing with this communication. Do your research. If you meet someone new, or if you have a new job opportunity, because you have the Page of Pentacles here, that doesn't mean you have to say yes right away. You have gone through everything over here, right? So you have earned your place, and you've earned this where you can take your time, you can research things, you can figure out who is this person? What does this job opportunity have to offer me? Okay, so with the High Priestess, it definitely feels like there's something coming into your life that would be good for you, but do your own research. You know, listen to your intuition and do your own research, because I'm feeling like this could be a very, very positive new beginning. This could definitely have to do with building a foundation with someone, whether that's work or personal romantic. For some of you, this has something to do with family, but this is a very, very positive new beginning. So you have the King of Pentacles. Isn't it interesting that you have the Page of Pentacles here, you have the King of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles here. So what I'm seeing is that there is a lot of growth. Whatever this is that's coming into your life, you can trust it. It's trustworthy, so you can trust your intuition, you can trust the situation, person, place, thing, whatever it is. There's longevity with this situation. There is an energy here of very truthfulness, very much like the radical truth here. So I feel like this is your energy here. Very, very much a stand-up person, very honest energy. And then this is the energy that's coming into your life, this King of Pentacles. It is very much in alignment with your energy at the end of the year. So there's also divine timing with this, where it probably wouldn't have worked earlier in the year, but it's going to work out perfectly at the end of the year. And then you have the Three of Swords. So what Spirit is saying with the Three of Swords is that this is over. This is not this. So two completely different situations. Don't get them mixed up with each other, because this is over. You went through this in the beginning of the year, whatever this is, or maybe even before in 2025 or something, whatever this King of Pentacles is, it is not this. It is stable. You can trust it. Remember, your energies match. All right, so let me move these out. I have one more card for you. Okay, what can you tell us from this deck that will tie everything together? Kind of a summary of 2026. I feel like that is your card. So let's take a look. So this is your card. I feel like what you're looking for, you will find. I feel that there is some sort of mystery regarding the way that things come together. I feel sometimes things will take a little bit longer than you would like, but the wait is going to be worth it. You are going through a very significant upgrade in 2026. I feel like you're not going to be the same person at the end of 2026 as you are in the beginning of 2026, and it's all a very positive change. So let's see what's on the other side. Have the bravery and curiosity it takes to dance gracefully with change. Chaos can be transformative. I feel like that sums it up quite nicely for you. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like and subscribe. If you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. And I wish you so much luck, and thank you so much for watching.